You don't get a lot more opportunities than this, fellas. Embrace it. Have fun with your brothers. Go out and be great tonight. I'm not asking you to be perfect, but do your best. Let's go, baby! This is what you worked all season for. But you didn't come here to just come this far. We're not done yet. I want at least one more week with this family. If you can look at me, the guy next to you, and tell him you gave him everything you had, that's perfect. That's all we ask of you. Better way to respond. Hell yeah, boys, let's go. Your community's out here. Your friends, your family, your classmates. It doesn't mean anything if you don't come out with that win. Okay, that's why they're here. Bobcat Nation, let's roll.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Godspeed, John Glenn.
It's New Concord, Ohio. It's prime time. Right now. Three simple words. Be here now. It's so easy sometimes in life to think about stuff that's already happened. But for tonight, all you can do is control the next 2 hours. Stay focused, stay together, play with some effort and energy, play with some enthusiasm, and see what happens. All we can worry about is the next 2 hours tonight.
Muskie Nation, let's ride! Go, man!
Early mornings, two-a-days. summer camps. Each rep you did was for this opportunity. Do your job to the best of your ability. That's all we'll ever ask. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to make mistakes. Have that next play mentality. Execution is key this second half. Do your job. We don't need miracle plays. I don't need you to do anything you can't do. I just need you to do what you can do to the best of your ability. That's it. But I'll be damned if we go down the second half without fighting. Leave it all out there. not over yet. Everything you got for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, all out. Regardless of what the scoreboard is. I think we found some pieces, but we've got to continue to grow week in and week out.
"300 days. Now we're down to 9 minutes. Every single year, a football team gets to add their chapter to the book that is the John Glenn High School football program. And this year, your chapter is going to be written starting tonight. You have earned the right to step on this field tonight as a member of the John Glenn High School football team. You've earned that right. What you do with it, we're about to go find out.
Whoop it, baby! Whoop it, baby! Whoop, baby! Whoop it, baby!
there. Stay solid, trust each other, do your job. But right now, it's a 0-0 mentality. 1,184 days since we've been 1-0. We're going to take every one of them we can get, okay? And we're 1-0. Enjoy it for 48 hours, and we're back at it, across town next week.
AVC Sports presents high school football. Tonight's game is brought to you by patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Doan Ford, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Valentine Insurance, Cambridge Auto Sales, Dunkin' Donuts of Cambridge, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, Greg's Motor Sales, 45 Logistics, Laborers Local 530, Cambridge Overhead Door, Myra Shire for Municipal Court Judge, People's Bank, Troy Blair, Dunning Motor Sales, and Wayne Garage Door.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to high school football tonight on Nash Icon and YRP TV. It is Game 2 of the high school football season. Cambridge Bobcats visiting the John Glenn Muskies. Bill Kafuri and John Valentine tonight for the home opener for the Muskies, who come in 1-0. Bobcats at 0-1 after having their home opener a week ago kind of turned sour on them. An extended game, JV, you and I did, that with a lightning delay didn't get over till about 11:30, but the Muskies able to take care of business at Circleville a lot quicker than that with a 28-0 win.
Yeah, weren't stressed really the entire game. They had a few turnovers. I'm sure they addressed this week in practice. But they did a lot of really good things on the ground and were efficient enough through the air that Coach Edwards probably didn't rip them too much, but certainly some things to clean up, which every year, you always hear that added, that from week 1 to week 2 is the most progression, right? And I don't think that this would be any different.
You're reading right off of my script. Yeah, that change. And so for the Muskies, it's just kind of more of refining what they did well in week 1, but when you look at what the Bobcats did week 1, they've got some things they need to clean up in multiple areas. They did have one really bright spot, and the freshman or sophomore and quarterback Garrett Carpenter, his first start ended up being a very good night for him, but there's some other areas they need to clean up.
When you ask a sophomore quarterback, first start of his career and really in only his second year playing organized football, to throw for 300 yards and 3 TDs and give yourself your team a chance to win the game really late, that's really all you can ask for. So, expect to see that continued growth from the young sophomore. But you're right, the Cats certainly have a lot to clean up, and really mainly on the defensive end. I think coming into the season, I think we were all pretty aware that they probably weren't going to be real successful on the ground. You have to be able to run the ball, right, to be able to make sure you can loosen the defense up a little bit and the pass opens up. But defensively, gave up 400-plus yards of total offense last week to Indian Creek. So that's certainly a point of emphasis moving forward.
Yeah, the Cats did not rush the ball exceptionally well last week, but they threw it very well. And the defense, in the 35-25 loss, you can't fault the offense too much. They kind of got the job done on their end, but they have to tackle better. They have to be in position better, and it was a matter of just giving up too many yards on the ground, which certainly plays into the game plan for the Muskies tonight. They're big up front, and they love to run the ball anyway.
Yeah, it fits their game plan certainly perfectly. And going into the season, that was really what they wanted to focus on. That's what they have focused on the last couple of years. Not that they don't have weapons to be able to get the ball to in the air, and they have a capable thrower and a strong arm back there as well, but a little inconsistency can cause those problems. But when you can fall back on the legs of Lincoln Gilcher, who's been really successful the last couple of years, came in as a freshman, for goodness sakes, a couple years ago, and has continued to improve each year. Had a couple TDs and almost 100 yards last week, and wasn't feeling real good during the game. So, he's obviously a force back there in the backfield. But you're right, they're big and strong up front, and they've taken their lumps the last couple years, so they're ready to be able to see how they can improve throughout this season, certainly on the last 2 seasons.
You're listening to our pregame tonight, brought to you by Cambridge Overhead Door. We are streaming tonight's game, live video as well as presenting it to you on radio on Nash Icon. So choose your poison there. You got us either way. But beautiful night for football. Last week we had the threat of rain. It eventually came. Not so much tonight, but it was cloudy most of the day, John. And then now at game time, the sun comes out and it's kind of warm on the field.
Well, it is August, and unfortunately, that is football season in Ohio, man. Those first couple of weeks.
Game 2 in August.
Yes, those first few weeks can be pretty brutal. But yeah, it's been cloudy the last couple of days until about this time in the evening. So it is what it is. We're on the field. We're ready to roll.
I want to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest: Doan Ford, Greg's Motor Sales, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Valentine Insurance, People's Bank, Laborers Local 530, Troy Blair with Dunning Motor Sales, Wayne Garage Door, Cambridge Overhead Door, and Maya Shirer for Municipal Judge. Starting lineup tonight, we'll go with the Bobcats first here. They won the toss. They want the ball, and after watching them last week, you certainly want to get that offense out there and see if you can get them underway. And up front for the Cats, Silas Fisher, Alec Porter, Jacob Briggs, Frank Yakupchik, Caden Dillon, Whiteout, Keaton Kaiser. We saw Reed Johnson, Eli Edwards, Devin Ogle, who had over 100 yards and catches last week. He was the main target, so much so that the defense had to adjust to him and put 2 guys on him. And do you expect to see more of that tonight?
Oh, absolutely, until Cambridge can prove that somebody else can hurt you through the air, which they obviously have some weapons that can, but Devin Ogle certainly is a difference maker.
So with Garrett Carpenter at the quarterback spot, Clayton Myers getting the start again tonight at the running back. He went out with an injury last week, came back in, but he gave up a few carries last week also to Cody Quillen, who came in and played both ways, did a nice job at linebacker, but also filled in at running back as well. But running back in the offense for the Bobcats is kind of one of those, we got a guy back there and he'll carry it a couple of times, but they're going to throw the ball 3 out of every 4 plays, I imagine.
Yeah, 37 attempts last week for Carpenter, and on the ground only ran the ball 16 times total as a team for a whopping 12 yards.
Yeah.
So, when your leading rusher doesn't even crack double digits, you got some. Now, they were working from behind most of the game, too. I mean, they started out 15-0, right, in the beginning of the game, so they had to put the ball up in the air, but that's not by a surprise anyway. They're going to throw the ball quite a bit this year to begin with.
For the defense for the Muskies up front, Jimmy Boyd, Kean Barton, Nick Zanders, along with Alex Altier and Tanner Whiteman. And At the linebacker spots, Bronson, Bendel, Gavin Garber. You'll see Cash Smith, Cameron Barnhouse there, and then the deep backs, Noah Windland, Jake Johnson, Christopher Wise, Andrew Glob. And you got to favor the Muskies tonight just because they got it done last week on the road and pitched a shutout there. They came up with 5 interceptions last week, so when you kind of circle that mark tonight for the youngster and Garrett Carpenter, he threw a couple of picks last week, but we saw him grow as that game went on and start to pick his targets better and show more poise. So I guess it's a matter of how much can he grow and how much does this Muskie defense come in prepared for him.
Yeah, I think that's the key is the defense being prepared, and what they're going to do is they're going to try to put pressure on him all night long. If he can get him moving. Now, again, he's capable once he breaks the pocket to be able to advance and get some yardage with his legs, but the more pressure you can put on a sophomore quarterback in his second start ever, the better you're going to feel. And the Muskies can do that anyway. I mean, they're strong up front. They've got an experienced group coming back. Again, they've taken their lumps the last couple years, so they're ready and willing to be able to punish other offensive lines to be able to get to that quarterback.
Well, and we saw Indian Creek try to do that to Cambridge last week as well and put Carpenter in a position where he had to make quick decisions. And as the game went on, he showed a little quick feet early, but as the game went on, he showed more poise. He started to escape the pocket, keep the play alive, but keep his eyes down the field. And he was directing traffic with his receivers and still finding them. And some pretty heady plays for a sophomore.
To be that poised and that willingness to be able to take the extra second, because that pressure's coming, to be able to scan the field and find the open receiver and direct traffic, as you said. He did several times. Says a lot for the sophomore. So certainly that's what the Cats have to do. That's why they took the ball tonight first, because they have to get that offense moving. And there's the key. Look, if you score more points than the opponent, guess what? You win the game. So it doesn't matter if you give up 35. As long as you score 36, you're in business.
Well, that's the Cats will probably be in a lot of those shootout kind of games this year, considering the situation from last week. Cats come in at 0-1. The Muskies at 1-0. John Glenn in their home opener wearing the home maroon unis tonight with the white helmets. Cats on the road all white with the royal blue helmets as well.
Now, if you can remember, Cambridge and John Glenn picked this series back up several years ago, but haven't played the last 2 years. So technically speaking, Cambridge has the longest winning streak in this series. The teams have played 19 times. Tonight will be number 20 overall, dating back to 1928 when Cambridge won the first game 13-0. But Cambridge has won the last 3. The first 3. John Glenn has won the last 3, but they haven't played since 2019.
Valentine Insurance kickoff coming up, sponsored by Valentine Insurance and Southgate Parkway. Will Nikolazakis on to do the chore, back deep, Kaiser and Edwards will settle into it, back up and dropped it at the 10-yard line. He'll pick it back up, head to the sideline, make one man miss, out to the 20, and then spun down around the 22, and a flag well away from the ball comes in. And if that's against the Bobcats, that's another issue we talked about a week ago. They need to address those penalties, and they get one here on the very first play of the night.
Yeah, certainly a point of emphasis for sure that the Cats have had an issue with the last several years with those unnecessary penalties.
Yeah, that was way away from where the ball was. Guys anxious to get that first contact tonight, and that's going to be a holding against the Bobcats. So they will back it up from the 22-yard line.
There's a pretty decent return there by Edwards. Yeah. After he muffed the kick, he was all the way back to the 10-yard line and had a little bit of running room.
Back to the 12-yard line. And the Cats will bring out the starting offense. They like to spread the field, typically not more than one running back in the backfield, if that. And that will be Myers, offset to the left of Carpenter. 3 wide to the left. Carpenter looks that way, fires it out there, and that is completed to his inside receiver. And that's Reed Johnson who will catch it, get it up the field for a first down. All our first downs tonight brought to you by WB Green Insurance. So the Cats one play and a first down. They'll get it back out to the 24 on that first down play. 3 down defensive linemen for the Muskies. Carpenter again, the quick toss in the flat, and intended for Ogle, and he underthrew that one, and probably good that he did, as Noah Windland was bearing down on him.
Yeah, hit him a little early, but had no effect on the play whatsoever. He wasn't going to come up with it. Anyway, you can hear the sidelines a little excited about that because he came up and hit him a little early.
2nd and 10. Ogle wide to left in a 5-wide set, 3 to the right as Carpenter looks to his right, then back to the left. Flushed from the pocket, runs it up the right side, finds Reed Johnson there at the 40. He puts on the move out near the 45-yard line before he's brought down. On the stop, Andrew Glock. And another first down brought to you by WB Green Insurance.
And good adjustment there by Reed to find the open spot, and Carpenter keeping his head. Yeah,
go find that hole in the zone. I'll throw it to you, and he did.
Keeping his head downfield to be able to see what's going on. You can just see that maturity.
3-by-1 receiver set. Carpenter looks quickly into the slot, and that one's tipped up and then caught in and out of the hands of Keaton Kaiser, but right into the hands of, it looks like Eli Edwards, and that's going to move the sticks again. Cats getting all the breaks here, and another WB Green first down at the John Glenn 40-yard line.
Just how they designed it, I'm sure.
5 wide again, 2-by-3 here. Carpenter continues to wing it, now flush from the pocket, throws it out in the left flat. He'll have Ogle out there who'll just catch it, step out of bounds for about an 8-yard gain. Very efficient, and they've thrown the ball outside and inside. Just about every different play. Cats even haven't shown a running formation, and they won't here. 5 wide again, 2nd and 3. Carpenter looking left. Plenty of time. Now flush from the pocket, back to his right. He'll tuck it and run to the sideline. 30, 25, 20. Takes a big hit. He didn't have to take that hit, but he did. As Bronson Bendel lowered the boom on him. But that'll be enough to pick up yet another first down, 4th of this drive, all of them sponsored by tonight WB Green Insurance.
Well, just that run right there is more yardage than they had the entire game last week.
In motion now, Myers in the backfield, and they'll hand it off to him straight ahead, and there is nothing going on there. Bendel meets him up in the hole. And there'll be a gain maybe of a yard on the play. So 2nd and 9. Myers will offset to the right of Carpenter. 2-by-2 receiver set for the Bobcats here inside the 20-yard line. Now Edwards in motion left to right. Carpenter looks down the field. Flush from the pocket. A flag comes in behind. Carpenter will keep it and take it out of bounds inside the 10, but there's going to be holding here, no doubt. And so far, John Glenn has elected to kind of sit back with that 3-man rush. They haven't brought much pressure off the corners for Carpenter and letting him pick his spots. But that time it's going to hurt the Cats as somebody got caught holding.
Yeah, at some point you're going to have to bring those linebackers on a stunt to be able to put some pressure on him, but for right now they're dropping him back to be able to try to protect the middle of the field.
The 10-yard penalty on the Bobcats. Replay the down, and they'll move it out near the 26-yard line. Cats will stay 2-by-3 here in a 5-wide look, 2nd and long. As Carpenter looks right to begin with, fires it out in that flat, and he has a diving catch out there. Ray Johnson will haul it in, but not much there. Got a yard, maybe 2. Probably 4 down territory here, as I'm not sure the Cats would elect a field goal in this situation. So they need to get inside the 10, call it the 8-yard line for a first down. And a couple of plays to get it done here. 3rd and 14. 3-by-1. Johnson alone on the right. Rolling to his left. Carpenter looks down the field on the deep out. Has Ogle there, who comes back to it, but the ball goes through his hands. And Carpenter had him open a lot quicker on that comeback route and elected to throw it a little bit later, and Ogle didn't come down with it, which is pretty rare too.
Yeah, put it certainly put it in a place where he could have certainly brought it in. He had a little bit of room still left on the sidelines. Would have certainly made this much more manageable.
Cats will go right to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 5, or 25, 15, I should say. I'll get a number out there sooner or later.
Keep throwing them out. One of them will be right.
One of them will stick. Throw it against the wall. Carpenter 5 wide here. Play clock down to 7. Takes the snap. Looks left, and a flag comes in there with movement up front, and that's going to be on the Cats. Their second penalty of the drive, 3rd of the ball game.
And come at a very unopportune time when you're already 4th and 15.
Moved the ball from 20 to 20, but as soon as Cambridge got inside the 20, now they've had a couple of penalties, and that'll make it 4th and much longer now.
Yeah, a couple big penalties and a drop ball, and now all of a sudden.
3-man rush. Carpenter steps up in the pocket, now heads to the edge, looks down the field, throws it late, and I think just throwing that one away. Reed Johnson came back, or Checkhead Edwards came back, but couldn't get to it, and the Cats, after what looked like a promising drive, turn it over on downs. They eat up a little clock, 8:48 left in the opening period, no score, and the Muskies will take over for the first time tonight. John Glenn will start at their own 27-yard line. Noah Winland getting the start tonight at quarterback. Up front, Clay Mathers, Noah Scheffler, Rock Zemba, Caden Stallard, Jake DiMatteo. Tight end, Caleb Lyric. In the backfield with Winland. As they'll come out 5 wide. We'll see Gilcher and Ryder Rock on the outside. Kobe Shade along with Lane Hall. Winland alone in the backfield. Now motion across. He'll fake it and keep it straight ahead. And short yardage there is Yakupchak for the Bobcats on the stop. Got about 2. Now Gilcher offset in the backfield left of Winland. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left, 2nd and long. Winland takes the snap, back to pass, throws it to Gilcher in the left flat. He has it at the 30, out across to 35, lowers his shoulder and carries a couple of defenders with him. One of those is Cody Quinlan and the other Riley Wilson. And that's enough for a Muskie first down, brought to you by WB Green Insurance. Out near the 38-yard line. Just a swing pass, and he got the job done.
Well, and that's to build a little bit more confidence for Winland, to get him back in the groove. You got to be able to hit some of those short passes.
2 by 2, receiver set, handoff straight ahead. Gilcher met at the line of scrimmage, and he'll wiggle his way across the 40 for about 4.
Look, Lincoln Gilcher is not a real big guy, but it's going to take several guys to bring him down. He's tough as nails, and he's going to drag guys many times tonight.
So Gilcher steps out. Ryder Rock into the backfield. 155-pound junior, a little bit smaller than Gilcher, but a 1 by 3 receiver set here, 2nd and 4. And Rock will lead the way through for Winland, who will just take the snap and follow him through the hole, and it appears that he'll move it far enough to pick up the first down.
Looks like they have it marked. Well, one's got it on the half yard, one's got it on the other yard. They're going to say first down.
It is a first down. WB Green Insurance Company bringing you another first down.
And Winland's a big guy. There's no reason you can't use him more out of the backfield.
Yeah,
sure.
He's a running back there.
Absolutely.
Who just happens to throw it once in a while.
Right.
1st and 10 for the Muskies. Rock straight ahead, and he'll weave his way right through the middle of that defense, pick up another positive gain across the 50-yard line into Bobcat territory to the 47-yard line. Got about 5. Bobcats, 4 down defensive linemen, a couple of linebackers behind them. They'll spread the field with a 3-by-1 set, and a flag comes in, and that's going to be encroachment. Deontay Jones will check in defensively for the Bobcats up front.
And so somebody was lined up in the neutral zone or across the ball.
5-yard mark-off should be enough for a first down. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and inches. Dilcher back in the backfield, offset to the left of Winland. He'll take the handoff, spin away from a couple of defenders, keep his feet, and spin forward for the first down.
You thought I was kidding. He's going to be hard to bring down.
Marshall Ashley.
He's hard-nosed.
Had a hit on him, finally held him down, but a couple of guys got him in the backfield. He spun away from them, and enough for another first down. Third one of this drive for the Muskies into Cambridge territory at the 40-yard line. 6 minutes left here in the opening period. No score, Muskies on their initial drive of the night. 3-by-1 wide receiver set. Gilcher offset to the right, back to pass. Winland looks deep down the middle, has a man deep who hauls it in at the 5 and into the end zone from 40 yards out. Kobe Shea. Just a deep post, and that ball thrown about as accurately as it could be.
Yeah, just put it up in the air, let him run underneath it. Did a great job of just putting a little bit of touch on it, but great hands there by Shea to be able to reach out and snag it as well.
Nick Lazak is on for the extra point attempt, so the Muskies strike first, and they do it in the air. 40-yard pass play on a first down play. Nick Lazak is a left-footed kicker. The hold will be the backup quarterback, Owen Edward. Good snap, holds down, and the kick is up and through. So John Glenn jumps on top first, the deep pass play, making it 7-0. 5:46 left of the opening period. We'll take the break and be back right after this.
Greg Motor Sales, located at 2840 South River Road in Zanesville, would like to wish all the local high school athletes good luck with their upcoming season. At Greg Motor Sales, they sell used cars starting at $39.95 and up and have financing options available. If you're looking for your next affordable and reliable car, give Greg Motor Sales a call at 740-454-7060 or visit their website, gregsmotorsales.net.
Hey Cambridge, your local Dunkin' is hiring, and while everybody knows that America runs on Dunkin', not everyone knows what Dunkin' runs on. We run on incredible crew members, flexible working hours, community spirit, career opportunities, affordable education opportunities, owners that work with you, and a whole lot of other perks. Want to come run with us? Text DONUTSCOLES, that's Donuts Coles, to 85000. America runs on Dunkin', and Dunkin' runs on you. Cambridge Dunkin' is locally owned and operated.
Back in Muskie Stadium here, Doan Ford scoreboard update, 7-0. John Glenn on their opening possession, driving it about 30 yards in the last 40 in the air. Our Valentine Insurance kickoff, a short end-over-end kick, and flags come in. From the referee, and that would mean
he wasn't ready for play yet.
He wasn't ready.
Too much time?
I don't know.
That was the signal.
Well, the Muskies driving down on their opening possession, 7 plays, 73 yards. Kobe Shade, a 40-yard pass from Noah Winland. And they will back them up 5. So a delay of game penalty on the kickoff. Maybe not.
Yeah, that was the signal.
Yeah. Yeah, those kinds of penalties don't kill you, but it's still something you don't like to see, huh? Especially in between scoring, you get out there, get it done. So another Valentine Insurance kickoff. Get double duty here.
Hey, that's okay.
It's okay.
Pay big money for that, buddy.
So Nicholas Ox again did not hit that last one very well. Then we'll approach this one a little deeper. Heading to Kaiser at the 20. He'll take it in there. Heading off to the right side, trying to get to the edge. 30, 35, stumbles across the 40, and a nice open field tackle that time by the Muskies. And that's Kobe Shade. Shade doing it all.
Of course, he's feeling good, man.
So 5:38 here, the opening period. The Cats down 7-0. Showed some offense in that first drive. Now better field position as they will start at their own 44-yard line.
4 penalties for 30 yards in that first drive for Cambridge, so they cleaned some of that up, and certainly they would have been in much better position.
Muskies showing blitz. 3 down men, but a couple of linebackers on the outside as the Cats in a bunch formation to the left. Myers offset to the right of Carpenter. And he'll drop back to pass. No pressure as he'll tuck it and roll 50 and slide down inside of John Glenn territory, close to a first down. I believe it will be. Give him about 11 on that first down carry. And you know, he reminds you a little bit, even though he is number 15 too, he reminds me a little bit of Mahomes out there. Always looking down the field, but he just feels the pressure and just floats away from him.
And that stuff, it's so hard to teach. I mean, that's just natural feel, natural timing of the game.
5 receivers set all to the right side here. They're going to call it 2nd and 1.
Oh, that's a first down.
Less than 1, yeah, just because he slid a little early.
Well, where it's marked, it's definitely a first down.
Now they're going to bring it out and measure. Hey, the Lions guy over there probably just wants some airtime. He knows tonight's game is being streamed on YRP TV. So,
you know, the easiest thing to do is to be able to see where you're at on the yardage marker now with these turf fields.
Yeah, everything is laser lined, right?
Yes, sir.
You don't have a problem. They will stretch it out, and by the length of a football,
easily.
I could see that from here.
I mean, look. You know we're not real bright up here, but we are a lot closer to the field tonight than normal, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we've had practice because when you hit that wedge shot, you says a foot away, and we get up there and it's 8 feet away.
Oh, 8 feet would be generous.
1st and 10, Bobcats from the 46 of the Muskies. And again, the Cats are going to spread the field. 3 receivers to the left, Ogle and Myers wide to the right. When they do this, it's a little tougher to double team on Ogle on the outside. He's got Windlam on him with some safety help over the top and Wise.
And it becomes tougher too, and that's why you see Garrett Carpenter be able to get some yardage on the ground as well, because you spread those linebackers out so much too. It leaves those lanes open in the middle.
Carpenter looks left, fires it in the slot, and in and out of the hand of Keaton Kaiser. He would have had about 6 or 7. Just had to bring it. He went to the ground and could not control the ball. A lot of new faces in the Cambridge receiving corps this year. They lost a lot of really good receivers a year ago. But the one guy that's back is Devin Ogle, and he is on the verge of setting some records himself, huh?
He is. I think we talked about it last week. He tied record last week, I believe. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, the Cats with a couple of guys in motion didn't get the formation they wanted. They'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:09 left here in the opening period. 7-0 John Glenn. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, first period action, 7-0. John Glenn, after their opening possession, rolled for a touchdown. Bobcats have moved the ball up and down the field, nothing to show for it as they are in John Glenn territory, facing a 2nd and 10 from the 46. Garrett Carpenter just kind of picked up where he left off a week ago, directing traffic out there. He'll put 2 receivers left, bunch formation to the right with the other 3. 3-man rush. Flush from the pocket to his left, puts on a little move, and he'll scramble and pick up a couple. Garber on the stop defensively.
So 4 rushes so far for Carpenter, 36 yards. He leads the team so far.
8 guys dropping into coverage.
Right.
There's a lot of maroon jerseys running around back there. Makes it tough for Carpenter to pick his guy out. So 3rd down and 7. Myers in the backfield. He'll bring the extra rusher. He'll fire it in the slot. This one completed to a diving Reed Johnson. And Johnson on the deep square end has it for another Cambridge first down, brought to you by WB Green Insurance. Inside the 35. They'll mark it at the 33.
3 catches for Johnson, 47 yards already.
2 backs in the backfield as Edwards joins Myers now with Carpenter. Tight end to the left, 2 receivers to the right. And a low snap that Carpenter has to pick up off the roll. Rolls to his right, fires it down the field, has a man. And that is completed, and the flag comes in behind the play in the backfield. But Ogle on the catch down in around the 10-yard line. Let's check the flag.
I would
Bobcats
guess
are walking down the field.
Yeah.
Late hit, maybe?
I think so, yes. Because there was nobody but maroon jerseys around the quarterback where the flag is thrown.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. So the Cats will pick up another WB Green first down. And again, Carpenter showing great poise there, flush from the pocket as they brought an extra rusher that time. And still able to find Devin Ogle down the sidelines. That puts the Cats now in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 7-yard line. And they'll throw this ball back out in the flat. Trying to get it to Ogle, who was in motion coming toward the quarterback. And he tried to catch it, turn around and reverse direction, and dropped it. His 2nd drop of the night, and that's pretty rare for that guy.
Sure is.
He's got the gold gloves on for a reason.
He does have 2 catches so far. That last one was a big one, 29 yards total.
There's 2nd and goal for the Bobcats from the 7-yard line. Johnson wide to the left, Ogle to the right. 2 tight slots, and Myers in the backfield. Now Johnson in motion to the short side. He'll turn up. They'll throw it quickly to Johnson in the flat, and that would have been 6, but just over the top of his head. He didn't get his hands up quick enough. That ball's on his pads. That's probably 6 points.
Yeah, he had some mustard behind that one too.
Yeah. Bringing Johnson in motion. He faked the post, headed to the flat. Kind of a clear out from Ogle that time, and now Cats will face 3rd and goal.
Probably time to dial up a little bit of blitzing from that linebacker spot. If you're the little Muskies, put some pressure on him quickly.
Ogle will head wide to the left. He'll draw Windland in one-on-one coverage and help over the top. Cats got a couple of backs in the backfield with Carpenter. Myers off to the left. Eli Edwards to the right. Reed Johnson split out wide to the right. Ogle getting double coverage, and they'll look the other way to Johnson. Nothing there. And just a 2-man route now. Carpenter will tuck it and run. No place to go. He'll reverse direction, throw it in the end zone, and tried to throw it to the corner, and that one thrown away. Carpenter improvised a lot that time, but there wasn't a whole lot there. The Cats only ran a 2-man route. And now we'll face 4th and goal. And a flag on the far sideline, though, JV. So,
yeah, I do see that. Probably a legal man downfield would be my guess, seeing where the flag's at. Or it could have been a hold, too.
Yeah, Windland maybe trying to
with
hold
all
on
that,
to Ogle out there. With all the running around.
Around, I'm guessing it was somebody downfield.
Yep, that is the call. It will be 4th down. Yeah, Carpenter looked like he was going to run a couple times, and it does look like the Bobcats are going to attempt a field goal here. So Dylan Hartley steps on.
Number 99, Dylan Hartley, will attempt the extra point.
And they'll place it down at about the 13-yard line, 23-yarder from the right hash, and he'll nail this one off to the right side, and the flag comes in late. Could have been roughing the kicker as Hartley went down.
Well, the Muskies aren't leaving the field, so you must be correct.
And that'll put the offense back out on the field. So the field goal attempt, no good, but a flag there. And this year that would carry an automatic first down, right?
Oh, it's going to be a first down because they were inside they were at the 7-yard line, weren't they? So it would be half the distance. So it should be 4th and 3.5.
Well, the offense comes back on the field. They'll spread the field here 5 wide. Ogle to the short side is going to draw double coverage, almost triple coverage. So there might be guys out there that don't have anybody on them. 4 receivers to the wide side for the Bobcats as Carpenter checks the sideline here. There's only about 4 guys in the box. So
well, they're going to have to call a timeout because time is ticking away here on the play clock.
And I think that's exactly what Coach Leake's going to do to not miss this opportunity to try to get it in the end zone. Second time the Bobcats have been in the red zone. They trail at 7-0. Timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second break and be back right after this.
Hi, this is Gabby from People's Bank. I'm here to tell you about People's Bank's new CD special. It is so good, you need to stop by any People's Bank location today and ask your banker to tell you more. Or visit pebo.com. This special will not last long. You must open your account by September 7th. People's Bank. Working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Spread them away from that goal line.
Back at John Glenn Stadium. 4th down for the Bobcats and goal from the 4-yard line of the Muskies. Cats going to send the offense back on for another try here. We're speculating about plays during the timeout here. Cats had a 5 wide set a moment ago. 4 wide out to the left. Ogle wide out by himself to the right. Now they'll put Myers to the right and Ogle in the backfield along with Carpenter. It might make it a little more difficult to double team him from there.
Well, you put him out in motion as a decoy so that we're talking about the draw or something.
Quarterback draw there as Carpenter. I mean, the defense only has about 4 guys in the box here, so the Cats would have them outnumbered there. With Ogle in the backfield, Carpenter will drop back, fires it in the middle, has a man there as Reed Johnson coming in, but Ogle ended up flaring out to the left, and nobody went with him. He was wide open as Carpenter had been able to see that. He had his leading receiver coming out of the backfield wide open that time, but the Cats are going to turn it over on downs for the 2nd time tonight, both times in the red zone.
Yeah, that's tough. You got to come away with some points if you want to be able to compete. Now, that being said, Cambridge's defense did pretty well in that first series against the Muskies, other than, obviously the 40-yard touchdown play. They held their own there, but as the game moves on, that size of the Muskies is going to wear on the Cambridge group, so they're going to need to be able to push it in the end zone when you get opportunities.
Stone Ford scoreboard update, 7-0. John Glenn on top of the Bobcats with 3:25 left here in the opening period. John Glenn will take over this drive on their own 3-yard line. So a little more difficult situation for the Muskies here, certainly further to go, although they went 73 yards in their opening drive and did that in 7 plays. The last 40 of it in the air.
Well, that certainly helps, but it does put a little bit more pressure on you when you're inside the 5-yard line and you're standing, especially a team that goes shotgun 99.9% of the time, buddy. You're 4 or 5 yards deep into the end zone. One bad snap and you mishandle it or something, and now you got big problems.
4-man defensive front. Gilcher in the backfield, offset to the right of Winland. And he'll take the handoff straight away. Find a hole, pop it through, and out near the 13-yard line. So Lincoln Gilcher just straight ahead, hard-nosed running for Gilcher. And Bobcats had to use a bunch of guys to pull him down there, and they'll say just shy of the first down, maybe a yard. And same play, Gilcher straight ahead. Bounces off one defender, then to the outside, 20, 25, and out across the 30. No doubt about that first down. As Kaiser on the stop for the Bobcats, but Gilcher one missed tackle away from taking that one to the bank. As he'll check out, and Ryder Rock checks back into the backfield.
Doubled his total on the ground on that carry. 4 carries for 34 yards.
Shade splits out to the left, 3 receivers to the right, 1st and 10 from the 30. And Rock will take the handoff straight ahead. Didn't get touched till he had about 3 or 4, and he'll take it across the 35 to the 36. Lashley on the stop defensively for the Bobcats.
6 yards, brings up a 2nd and 4.
And nothing special, just a little read, give it to him.
Got about 6.
Read the lineman and what the defense is giving you at the line of scrimmage.
1 by 3 receiver set. This time Rock off the right side, trying to stretch it to the corner. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe get a yard or so. As Quillen on the stop for the Bobcats will bring up 3rd down and a long yard. Rock, one of those guys, and so's Gilcher. They're tiny back there. You can't see them until they're right on you.
Yeah, Rock's got a little bit more speed than Gilcher does, and he's a little bit smaller, so a little bit harder to see, but when he breaks through, you're certainly going to see it.
30 yard. Handoff straight ahead. Gilcher pops it, or check that, Rock pops it to the outside. And Cats had some people in the backfield, but as you said, Rock that time with enough elusiveness to bump it to the outside and get the first down, got a couple. Out to the 43.
I mean, it's so difficult to pick them up. I mean, when there's big bodies in front of them and you're trying to look around them.
Now you see him, now you don't.
Sure.
Gilcher checks back in, 1st and 10. 1:14 left in the opening period. Play action, tossed out in the right flat, completed out to the 50, 45 of the Bobcats and down to the 40-yard line. Joey Wentland on the reception, and a Bobcat down in the backfield with an injury. Another Muskie first down, their 6th of the night, and they've had some big plays in the air. Bobcat on the field, looks like it could be Lopez. We talked about his number change earlier tonight. Either him or possibly 69 Yakupchak. So they'll tend to him, and while they do that, we'll take a timeout. 1:05 left here in the opening period. John Glenn on top 7-0. We'll take a break and come back with more high school football on Nash Icon right after this.
Cambridge Auto Sales would like to wish all the local football teams good luck this football season. Visit Cambridge Auto Sales for reliable vehicles at unbeatable prices. You'll find great selection, top-notch service, and amazing deals at your local Buy Here, Pay Here dealer. Come check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles today. For more information, give them a call, 740-255-5344, or visit their website, cambridge-autosales.com. Go Bobcats!
Back at John Glenn Stadium, and it was Lopez, Vincent Lopez for the Bobcats, who is up and walking off under his own power. So back to the action on the field. 1st and 10, John Glenn. At the Cambridge 38-yard line. John Glenn started this drive with their own 3. 7th play of the drive from the right hash. Gilcher in the backfield. Takes the snap straight ahead. Off the handoff. And I'll tell you what, he plants that foot in the ground and gets north and south quickly. Nathan Schultz on the stop defensively for the Bobcats, but Gilcher's starting to rack up the yard. Got about 8 that time. And he'll line up offset right side. 1 by 3 receiver set. Gilcher off to the right of Windland. Takes it, handoff again. And then caught from behind on the move up the field. Should have enough to move the sticks here. The 7th first down of the night, 4th of this drive for John Glenn. Last 20 seconds of the period. And John Glenn pressing again. They'll fire it out in the right flat, completed Hauled in out there by Jake Johnson, and he'll get it up the field for about 5, and that will be the last play of this opening period. 7-0. John Glenn on top at the end of one period. And they'll have the rock and moving it in Cambridge territory when we come back. We'll be back with more right after this.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home. Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, started the second period with the Muskies on top 7-0 and driving for more. Rock in the backfield, offset to the right. Metzger off to the left side, and they'll hand it off to Rock, trying to get to the outside left. He does, inside the 20 and down near the 15. Kupchak on the stop, but another Muskie first down, their 5th of this drive, which has nearly been a 100-yard drive. Inside the red zone again. And they'll stay in a power set here with Metzger in the backfield. And Rock, this time Metzger on the carry. He'll try to get to the corner right side. Turned up inside, and Kaiser on the first hit defensively for the Cats there. That was play 11 of a drive here that has taken now almost 4 minutes. 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right, but clearly a running situation here for John Glenn. And it will be Windland on the keeper. Inside the 5, stretching to the goal line. Did he get in? Yes. We're about 9 yards out. Noah Windland with the score. He just, I don't know if there was a mix-up in the backfield, or he just said, I'm going to take it, you guys are going to block, and this is going to be 6 points.
Yeah, I think it was designed that way from the beginning. He had his arm on him, on the lead blocker there, just using him, and found a cutback lane and took it.
11-10 left in the first half, and John Glenn with their second score. And Nick Lazak is on once again for the extra point attempt. Snaps there, hold down, and the kick is up. And it is true. John Glenn extending their lead 14-0 over the Bobcats. We'll take a quick break. More high school football coming up on Nash Icon and YRP TV right after this.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut-rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, our scoreboard update brought to you by Doane Ford. 14-0 as the Muskies tack on their second score of the night. This time Noah Windland doing it with his legs from 9 yards out, capping off a 12-play, 97-yard drive. No mistakes by the Muskies that time. Mixed in a couple of short passes, but it was the run game that got it done for him again.
Yeah, had Noah Windland so far 4 for 4 through the air on that drive, had a 19-yarder and a 6-yarder, but to keep the drive moving. But you're right. I mean, it's ground and pound, and why wouldn't you? When Lincoln Gilcher 6 carries, 44 yards, And Ryder Rock giving him a break every few plays. 5 rushes, 25 yards. But Winland with the touchdown, he's got 3 rushes, 16 yards.
Valentine Insurance kickoff. This one boomed a little deeper. Kaiser will back up to the 8, take it there. Comes straight up the field, 15, 20, trying to get to the outside, to the wide side, get to the 25, and then finally taken out of bounds shy of the 30-yard line. Somebody got blown up over there. I saw bodies flying. And I don't know who got who, but you start seeing guys going laterally on the field. That's pads flying.
Yeah, it was a Bobcat that stepped up to try to seal a block for Kaiser, but the defender was going a little bit quicker, so he got the advantage there.
Well, Cats will start on their own 23-yard line, trailing 14-0 here, 11:01 left in the first half.
And plenty of time. I mean, don't forget, last week at this time, Cats were down 15-0. And certainly has moved the ball on offense. So
moved it to the red zone 2 times in a row. Had both drives stall on downs. They'll come out here in a 4-wide set. Ogle, double coverage to the left, 3 receivers to the right. Myers in the backfield now. Edwards comes in motion, and a flag comes in. I think delay a game maybe?
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's the call for the Bobcats. To start the series, couldn't get everybody in lined up quickly enough, and they'll lose 5 here, 1st and 15.
5 penalties so far in a quarter and 4 minutes.
Looks like same play call, 5 yards back. Again, Edwards in motion. We'll turn it up. The Cats will run the screenplay right side to Myers, out to the 20, and he'll get some of that penalty yardage back, but the Muskie defense was not fooled. Actually, that ball floated in the air for quite a while, letting the defense adjust to it. Got a couple there as they ran him out of bounds on the far sideline. 2nd down, about 13, and the Bobcats will go 5 wide. Ogle, the outside man of a 3-man set. At the bottom here. And the flag comes in as Carpenter, flushed out of the pocket, throws it short, intended for Johnson, but a flag on the far sideline. And it looks like maybe a Bobcat moved quickly, huh?
Yeah, the flag's on the Cambridge side of the field, so I would guess somebody started a little bit sooner than they should have, or an illegal shift.
It was 2nd and 13. If the Muskies elect to take the play.
You would think that they would.
Yep, they will.
Make it 3rd.
Well, penalty declined, still as a penalty. Again, the Cats making kind of mistakes like that make it difficult to sustain anything. Now 3rd and 13. 5 wide look again for the Cats. Carpenter checks the play call at the sideline. Takes a snap, looks right. Steps up, fires it deep down the middle. There is nobody there. I think he might have been expecting Reed Johnson to break through there, and he got hung up underneath. That brings up 4th down for the Bobcats and a punting situation. Man, the first time either team has punted. Dawson Geese, I think, in punt formation for the Bobcat.
I believe it's Rylan Matthews.
Rylan, oh yeah, you're right.
Correct. Yeah, he was punting last week.
Yep. Gets a decent snap, steps into it, low liner that's going to bounce a couple of times. And then picked up by Metzger. He'll break one tackle up to the 50, 40-yard line, still on his feet. Metzger. Good return from his own 43 down to the Bobcat 34-yard line. And he had some electric going on there. He was ready to go.
And he does. I've officiated some of his JV games. And he is quick and he is shifty.
10:29 left first half, 14-0 John Glenn, and they will start this drive in plus territory at the Bobcat 34-yard line. 2 long drives for John Glenn the first 2 times they had it, both ending in touchdowns. They'll start this one with the short field. 4 wide set, Gilcher in the backfield. He'll take it straight ahead, work to the edge, and a flag comes in, a couple of them, as Edwards on the stop, but that might be a hold, huh? Just the way that flag came in there.
Yeah, unless somebody swiped at the face mask, you'd think it'd be a hold.
They're waiting for the signal.
Well, they're pointing towards the Cambridge side.
Well, a player went down, and Quillen is going to come off at least for a play. As the officials discuss the call and
waving it off. What are they doing?
Personal foul, face mask on the Bobcats.
Yeah, just the way arms were kind of flying through there.
Yeah.
I thought that might be an option there.
The first down for the Muskies, aided by the penalty, takes it all the way down to the 16-yard line.
50 yards and penalties already for the Cats.
Yeah, haven't even reached the halftime mark. Winland fakes it, flips it under the left flat, and in and out of the hand of his intended receiver.
Boy, that sure did look like it was a lateral.
Lane Hall, and the Cats jumped on it, and they're going to say an incomplete pass. And from our angle, it was difficult to tell if it was forward or sideways.
Yeah. The officials have the best eye at that, right?
Yeah, they had a good angle. So 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass.
Winland's first incomplete pass tonight.
Yeah, that one wasn't on him.
No.
3 wide to the left. Shade to the right. Pass it again out in the left flat. Going down to a knee to catch that one is Kobe Shade. And you go to a knee and catch it, you're down as soon as you catch it.
Yeah.
And that'll be a reception and a completion, but a loss of 2. So 3rd and 12. And the Muskies trying to go to the air a couple of times here, and it hasn't worked out well for me after they've run the ball really effectively. And
well, they got started.
Everybody second guessing, saying, why don't we just run the ball, right?
Got started in such great field position.
Yeah.
They didn't have to start at the 4-yard line that time.
1-by-3 offensive formation, and now Hall comes across in motion, and motion on the offense. So the Muskies going backwards here. A loss of 5 more. 3rd and 18.
Well,
what do you say about when you try to throw the ball, bad things can happen, right? Nothing but bad things.
Well, 2 of them are bad. That's correct.
Well, it can be an incompletion. It could be an interception.
That's right. Only 1 of 3 is good. But here at this point, geez, you're 3rd and, 18 now? Ball's got to go up in the air, you'd think. Or, you try to get 5-6 yards and go for it on 4th down.
Shade's been the guy here. He's wide to the right with Johnson on him. Gilcher in the backfield with Winland, who will take the snap, play action, pump fake it to the left, look down the field, flushed out of the pocket, throws it up the left sideline, has a man underneath, and that is completed. And that's going to be Wentland, who kind of caught it going backwards and falls down short of the first down marker. 4th down and about 5 now.
Yeah, manageable now.
1-by-3 receiver set. Gilcher in the backfield. Winland again will look to pass. Fire this one in the slot and over the head of his intended guy, Kobe Shade. Just too high for him to go up and get it. And how often do you see the Muskies come out in an entire series not run the ball one time?
Yeah, that was kind of surprising.
So they will turn it over on downs after a golden opportunity, starting to drive at the Cambridge 34-yard line. Able to get it down to the 10, but no further. That's where Cambridge will take over, trailing 14-0, 8:28 left here in the opening half. Bobcats have showed some promise on offense till the last drive, and they went 3 and out. Now deep in their own territory. 2-by-2 receiver set. Carpenter back to pass. 3-man rush. He'll roll to his left, look out on the deep out, and have Reed Johnson on the comeback out near the 20-yard line.
Good recognition by Johnson there. He had his guy beat deep, but Carpenter couldn't get his footing to be able to get it to him, so he came back to the route, which is exactly what he's supposed to do.
Bobcats pick up another WB Green Insurance first down. They'll move it out to the 23-yard line. Again, 5 wide. Carpenter looks to his right. He'll tuck it to go this time. Quarterback draw and just run it out of bounds himself. Out near the 26. Just to show something different, huh?
Yep. And it's first down, so try to get a few, throwing in a different wrinkle.
About 4. And they'll stay in the spread look here at 2nd and 6. Rolling to his right, looking down the field, fires it short to Edwards, breaks one tackle out to the 30 and across the 30-yard line. Eli Edwards. Another WB Green Insurance first down for the Bobcats. Cambridge has moved the ball. That's their 9th first down of this first half, but they have 0 points to show for it.
Certainly need to come away with something here before the half.
And they'll stay in this press offense. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Carpenter looking to his right, steps up, pump fakes it, now in trouble, and he's going to go down. Just took a little too much time that time to get rid of it. And Alex Altier on the sack. A loss of a couple there makes it 2nd down and 12.
And doesn't kill you, right? Coach Leake's not going to be too upset with that. Much rather take a 2-yard loss and just throw the ball up for grabs.
Been difficult for him to pick holes in this defense because there's 8 guys dropping back most of the time. He'll look to the left, fired in the slot, has a man there, and nearly picked as it went in and out of the hands of Reed Johnson. And then the Muskies had a shot at it. Cash Smith diving for it on the ground. That went in and out of the hands maybe of a couple maroon jerseys.
Yeah, could have been picked twice. And should have been caught and then picked twice.
Well, again, Carpenter that time putting a little juice on it, trying to get it down the field, and maybe too hard through the hands of his intended receiver who was coming back to the ball. So now 3rd and long. Myers steps into the backfield. And Edwards in motion from the right to left. Now here comes the blitz, and Carpenter will step up to run, and not much there as he goes down after a short gain, give him 2 or 3. But pressured out of that huddle, or out of that pocket pretty quickly.
And that's that pressure we've been waiting on from John Glenn.
Brought it that time. For one of the few times we've seen him bring extra guys tonight. Carpenter, like they will keep the offense in here at 4th and 9, down by 2 scores. But we saw him a week ago in this situation pooch punt it. He'll take the snap, drop back, and he does kick this one away. And it's going to float all the way down inside the 30 of the Muskies. So a pretty successful punt, although, and a flag comes in well behind that play. So something is happening over on the sideline there.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning probably on the Muskies.
Yeah, I don't know what else it could be over there.
It'll be down at the 22-yard line.
45-yard punt there by Carpenter.
Sideline warning.
So indeed a sideline warning, and with 6:22 to go, Muskies up on top 14-0. They'll take over at their own 22-yard line. John Glenn scoring on 2 of their 3 possessions, first 2 on 73 yards in 7 plays, and the second one 97 yards in 12 plays. Noah Windland a pass to Kobe Shade the first time down, and a 9-yard run by Winland, the second score.
I would guess the Muskies will get back to putting the ball on the ground here and using Winland to be able to keep the defense off balance instead of coming out and just chucking it.
So waiting to get the ball in play. Now we're set. Short side of the field to the left, 3 wides that way. Gilcher in the backfield with Winland. And he'll take the handoff straight ahead. Big push up front, 25-30. Out across the 35, breaking tackles. And finally, Winland, or check that, Gilcher, knocked out of bounds near the 40-yard line for another big first down. And I don't think he got touched till he got to about the 10-yard mark that time.
Right, exactly.
First down for the Muskies. And it'll be Winland on the keeper this time, around the left side, 40-45, and steps out of bounds just shy of midfield.
We do have a flag on the play, though.
And a flag back behind
it's a
the
hold.
play here. And normally you get to the edge like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's a reason.
There's a reason.
And it is the reason.
Second penalty offensively for John Glenn tonight. And it'll bring that one back from the spot of the foul to the 32-yard line. And when the Muskies have elected to do so, they've gotten chunks running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And just looking at their offensive line, and you look at the defensive line for the Cambridge, there's a distinct size advantage up front for the Muskies here. And they got a couple of running backs in the backfield. Hand off to Rock, who'll bounce it to the outside, get to the 35 and close to the 40. And we got most of that penalty yardage back right to Rock, showing his elusiveness there as he'll stay in the backfield. Give him about 8 there. He'll stay back there. Flanked on the left side here by Metzger, who'll take the handoff right side, spin away from one defender, keep his feet, head back to the left side. He's got open field. 50, 40, down the sideline. Will he outrun everybody to the house? And he will. Metzger. From 60 yards out, call it 61. Started to the right, nobody brought him down, and once he got to the edge on the left side, it was a track meet, and he wasn't going to be caught.
Nope, told you. I've seen him play the last couple of years at the JV level, and when he turns it on, man, not too many cats are going to be able to keep up with him, but you see his moves, too. I mean, he's tough. He doesn't want to give up. He's still fighting for every yard, and when he found that corner, buddy, he was gone.
5:47 left in the half. The Muskies strike quickly on that big play, and Nicholas Aukus on for his third extra point attempt. High snap, but the hold gets down, and that kick is up and good. So the Muskies will extend their lead, 21-0. Still 5:47 left here in the opening half. We'll take a quick break. Back with more high school football on Nash Icon right after this.
Hey football fans, Laborers Local 530 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, highlight reel play by Reese Metzger that time. That's one that you want to play it over and over.
Well, not if you're a Cambridge fan, you don't.
For the Muskies there, off to the right side and nothing there. Broke a tackle, breaks it back to the left. And when he got to the edge, you just knew something was going to happen, because he got to where he could just use nothing but speed, and nobody for the Bobcats took the correct angle to be able to stop him on the far sideline. And
all that work that Gilcher and Rock has done, 64 yards and 33 yards, And then Metzger comes in and beats them both with one 61-yarder. He's got 2 for 67.
Third score of the night. First one that Windland hasn't done anything special in other than hand the ball off that time.
Well,
and maybe get out of the way.
It wasn't hard to figure out what was going to happen.
You know what? When that play got reversed, I'll bet he's out there throwing a block on somebody. Valentine Insurance kickoff coming up here. Nikolazakis from the right hash boops this one deep inside the 10. And going back and hauling it in for the Bobcats. Keaton Kaiser brings it up the left sideline that time, out across the 20 near the 25. And the last couple times he's caught it over there on the hash, he's tried to take it all the way across the field and hasn't gotten much out of it. That time just straight up the field. And the Bobcats will start at their own 26, down 3 scores.
Well, he's averaging 20 yards on his return, so he's finding a little bit of opening. And Keaton's quick enough that he can make some people miss as well.
Can't hesitate when you get it, huh? So the Cats now, after a couple of decent drives early, have stalled the last couple of times with the ball. Myers in the pistol set behind at the quarterback. They'll run the option play up the left side, and boy, a tough play that time as Myers made a nice catch behind him. And not really a true option, as it was more of a pass, an RPO, if you will, huh? And a loss of a yard on the play. Second down and 11.
And into the short side of the field, too. That was pretty dangerous.
Not much room out there. And the Muskies in the neutral zone. Altier drawn off that time. Hey, he got a sack earlier tonight, was looking for another one right there. He said,
he was.
Coach told me a second and long is a sack opportunity, right? I'm coming off the ball hard.
Well, and the officials are coming together because one's got a flag on the Cambridge side and the other one does as well. So don't be surprised if they don't call it.
Bobcats here, yeah.
Or something to make him jump off sides.
Well, it can't be that deep of a conversation. It's either on one team or the other, right?
Right, exactly. Well, and again, I know we've talked about this in the past, but whatever side of the line the flag is on, typically that's who the penalty is on.
And it is on the offense.
There you go.
Somebody moved. Altier was not wrong.
Yep.
Teammate saying, you got it, man.
He pleaded his case. Yeah. He did what he was supposed to do.
Somebody moved over there. So another penalty on the Bobcat offense. That's the fourth one I have them for here in the first half, just on the offensive side alone.
Yeah, besides that big 15-yard face mask.
Back in 17.
I think they've all been on the offensive end.
Ogle split wide, left 4 receivers to the right side. Carpenter will take the snap, step up in the pocket, fire it down the middle, have a man there, and that's hauled in by Kaiser at the 40. Foot race to the end zone, and he will not be caught. Keaton Kaiser taking it all the way in. That'll be about an 80-yard play on second and long. That ball was back at the 20-yard line. So an 80-yard TD. Bobcats a 2-play drive. Carpenter to Kaiser.
And you saw the speed there. He broke speed enough to get in the open field, and then once he caught it, he got some wheels, buddy. Kaiser's first high school touchdown. First year playing football for the Cats.
4:46 left in the half. Cats get on the board for the first time here. Carpenter finding Kaiser, and Carpenter buying a little time again in the backfield. Good snap, holds down, and the kick is up, and Hartley nails it through. And the Bobcats close the deficit to 21-7. 4:46 remaining in the half. We'll take the break, back with more on Nash Icon and YRP TV right after this.
calling all truck drivers. If you're looking for a change, 45 Logistics in Zanesville wants you to join their team. 45 Logistics is a family-owned regional trucking company in Zanesville. Enjoy being home every weekend with no team runs and no hazmat endorsement required. Earn 54 cents per mile, plus health benefits, paid vacation, and safety bonuses. For more information, call 740-647-1430 or online at 45dli.com. Everyone at 45 Logistics wants to wish the local teams good luck this football season.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, and the Bobcats on the board for the first time tonight. Big pass play. Carpenter finding Kaiser streaking down the sideline, and he'll take it all the way in and close the deficit 21-7. Your Doane Ford scoreboard update.
And another good recognition by Carpenter to be able to find the open guy and bide a little bit of time so that he could get in the open field.
Valentine Insurance kickoff. And Geese booms this one deep and over everybody's head that will bounce at the 4-yard line and then out of bounds. Boy.
Everybody in the stands knew what was going on.
Exactly. Andrew Glob back there let it hit and it bounced sideways. He thought it might just go into the end zone, but it went sideways and maybe by a yard barely went out of bounds. They'll bring it out to the 35. That could have been a disaster play if the Cats get down and cover up on it.
First and 10, Muskies from the 30-yard line.
Well, John Glenn will start this drive from the 35-yard line. Yep.
First and 10, Muskies from the 35.
John Glenn scored 3 of 4 possessions tonight, have 4:46 left here in the opening half, leading 21-7, and now the officials will confer again. Maybe at Coach Edwards' behest over there as he had a question. Ball placed on the right hash, and it'll be Winland in the backfield. Gilcher offset to his left side. 2-by-2 receiver set, and Gilcher straight ahead on the trap play and into the secondary. Quillen and Edwards on the stop, but again, Gilcher exploding through that first line of defenders, picked up about 9.
And Cats have added an extra lineman. Normally they'll play a 3-4, but because John Glenn runs the ball so much, they've added another guy. Hasn't really mattered too much because Gilcher's at 73 already.
Movement up front. Bobcats in the neutral zone again.
Somebody is.
The penalty on the Bobcats will move the sticks to the 49. First and 10, John Glenn.
Boy, it shouldn't be hard to line yourself up here.
Yeah,
you're looking right at the ball, boys.
Right in front of you. If it's beside you, you might have a problem, right?
Right.
Johnson or Hall in motion. Hand off Gilcher off the left side. Hit at the line of scrimmage, but again falls forward. Myers first contact that time. Quillen second. Got a yard or two. Second down and 8. Clock winding down. 3.5 left in the half. John Glenn in Cambridge territory, leading by 2 scores. And again, Gilcher straight ahead, and he'll spin from one defender and drag another for a gain inside the 45. Third down at about 4. I think you'll see the Muskies just pound the rock here a couple of times, right?
Absolutely. I think
they don't get it on third down. You go right back at it.
Yeah, I tried to use the legs of Winland a little bit with Gilcher as the lead blocker.
Gilcher straight ahead. Nope. On the keeper and the option on the outside, completed to Lane Hall. And he'll move it up ahead inside the 40 to the 37, and another Muskie first down.
Nice play design to give him an option to kick it out.
Winland had the read on that play, or that was called, because he pulled that out and flipped it out there. It looked like he was going to hand it off.
No, he had the option to keep it or throw it out there to Hall, because it was definitely designed to go to that way.
1st and 10 from the Bobcat 38-yard line. Hall in motion. Winland on the keeper. 35 down to the 30. And again, anytime that Winland's run that ball tonight, there just hadn't been anybody in front of him. And that's a pretty easy decision there to keep it. Got about 9. Myers on the stop, but not until Winland had a head of steam going.
Inside of 2 minutes now. John Glenn has all their timeouts left, though.
2nd and a yard. Gilcher offset to the left of Winland. Play action. He'll flip it out in the left flat. Completed. Wentland out there will haul it in, get a couple, and that's enough for a first down. Muskies have had first downs, at least one on every drive tonight.
1st and 10 for the Muskies.
That's their 13th unofficially here in the first half with 90 seconds to go. 1st and 10. Gilcher straight ahead, big hole. Drag defenders inside the 20.
At some point, they're going
on the stop.
They're going to have to speed up a little bit.
Bobcat trying to keep some fresh linemen in the game. And a handoff straight ahead to Gilcher again. Got him down to about the 16 and short of the line to gain here. 54 seconds left, and I think John Glenn's going to use one of those timeouts. We'll keep it here for this one.
Yeah, they're quickly running out of timeout. They better get ready to go. But now, 3rd down play, they got to make sure they got the right play call.
Coach Edwards not happy. There was a couple of Cambridge defenders trying to get off to the sideline, and they were within a yard or two of getting there, but they weren't off. And I think he was expecting the flag to be thrown there.
Well, and he should.
And line judge on the Cambridge sideline either didn't see it or elected not to throw it, thinking, they're going to get it.
Close enough, right?
They'll get there, right? Momentum will take them there, but did they get there in time? And yeah, Coach Edwards, he had his hat in hand that time. So 3rd down, and about a half yard here for the Muskies. You would pick a play here. It could be any one of those guys out there, right? They've all shown the ability to get big yards.
Yeah, they're going to call a couple plays here in the huddle, so as soon as they pick it up, they can hurry up and get back to the line and not have to waste a timeout. Clock will stop once they get the first down. However, once they spot it, they fire it back up.
55 is what they're calling for on the clock instead of 54.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, 1 second makes a big difference.
That could be the difference. So Winland in the backfield along with Gilcher, offset to his right, 3 wides to the right. Kobe Shade, the lone receiver to the left side, and just given his size here, I'm almost thinking Winland here on the follow of Gilcher. At 195 pounds, that's a pretty good quarterback sneak. He will take the snap and hand it off. Gilcher left side, hit at the line of scrimmage, but he battled.
He's giving him a first down.
Got an extra yard or two out of it, and that'll be enough for a first down. So the Muskies quickly will line up with the clock in play. .50 seconds, and
they're taking their time.
Wind it in play. There we go. Rock Ryder will take the handoff. He'll bounce it from the inside to the corner, down inside to 10, near the 8-yard line. Ryder Rock. And 32 and counting. Got about 5 there. Didn't get it out of bounds. And when you bounce it to the outside here, this time of the game, you better get to the edge.
You got one job, and that's to run out of bounds.
Rock offset to the left here. Winland will keep it himself straight ahead. Make one guy miss. A second. Inside to 5. Down to the 1. And now they will call a timeout. So first and goal with 14 seconds.
First down, Muskies.
And Winland has been pretty good at that keeper tonight.
Yeah, and if he can step forward and hit that hole quickly before the defense collapses, he's a big enough guy to take on a couple of those hits. And geez, that time he had 9 yards on there. 6 carries for 36 yards so far for Winland.
Got him on the 1-yard line. 10th play of this drive that the Muskies started at their own 35-yard line with 4:46 to go. They've eaten up the entire clock here. And about a yard away from getting that score back that the Bobcats got just a few minutes ago. Now come to the line here with Winland in the backfield and Gilcher offset to his right.
14 ticks left. No, it looks like they're inside the 1-yard line. They might be at the half-yard line.
Got to go backwards to go forwards here out of that shotgun. No, nobody goes under center anymore. Handoff straight ahead. Gilcher right into the middle of that line, and he'll go in standing up. From a yard out, Lincoln Gilcher will add the score. So they're spreading the wealth around tonight, right?
Well, he's definitely due. I mean, that was his 15th carry. He's been a workhorse, and he is every game for him anyway. At some point, you got to reward the guy.
10 seconds left in the half. Muskies a 65-yard drive in 11 play. Nick Lazakis perfect on the night, and Will.
Looks like we got a flag on the play.
After the play.
Personal foul on Cambridge. That'll be assessed on the kickoff. Obviously, I didn't see what happened, but he definitely called a personal foul.
And pushing and shoving after the play.
Oh, yeah.
Low snap holds there, though, but the kick is true once again. Nico, 3, check that 4 for 4 on the night. And the Muskies extend their lead 28-7 here just before the half. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
Attention all car seekers, ready to find the perfect new or used car? Look no further than Troy Blair at Dunning Motor Sales, where expert assistance awaits you. Troy Blair is a proud alum of the Meadowbrook Colts. Let him guide you to your dream ride. Troy will ensure you drive away in style with all your questions answered. So don't wait another moment. Visit Dunning Motor Sales today. Experience the difference Troy Blair can make in your car buying journey. You'll be hitting the road in your new vehicle in no time. 740-255-2334. Wayne Door is Ohio's most complete one-stop shop for residential and commercial garage doors, entry doors, windows, and much more. In fact, the list keeps on growing. Garage doors, entry doors, storm doors, access entry systems, vinyl replacement windows, and stone are just some of the things Wayne Door has to offer. Stop by their Cambridge showroom to see their full lineup of premier products in person and work with their team of experts. Wayne Door also offers 24/7 emergency garage door service, and their service department is second to none. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors. Check them out at waynedoor.com.
Back at John Glenn Stadium. Scoreboard update brought to you again by Doan Ford. 28-7 Muskies. And the Valentine Insurance kickoff coming up. Nick Lazak is getting stronger as the night goes on. Last one he kicked inside the 10. This one will be just shy of that mark. And again to Kaiser. He'll take it at the 16-yard line. Straight up the field. 25-30, 35, across the 40-yard line. Breaks it to the sideline into Muskie territory. Down to the 40 and runs out of bounds with no time left. I think he tried to look up at the scoreboard and see if he should keep on going. He should have. And that will bring us to the close of the first half with John Glenn on top of the Bobcats. 28-7. Muskies will. There's Kaiser's looking at the officials and saying, look, I thought there was 1 second left. And the official said, no, it is halftime.
Well, they added an extra second on the last possession.
Yeah, didn't have one here. He was looking for one.
28, Bobcats 7.
So at the halftime break, we'll head to the locker room. You head to the refrigerator or wherever it is. Maybe the microwave or something like that. Get caught up on your snacks. We'll get you caught up on other scores around the area. Pay some bills. Our O&N halftime show coming up here for a few minutes. JV and I will be back, stat scoring, and a first half recap after all that. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a while.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you? I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start.
Myra Shearer? Myra who?
Hi, I'm Myra Shire, and I'm running to be the next judge of the Cambridge Municipal Court. No matter how you pronounce my last name, most people know me as Myra, a dedicated public servant. Myra
Shearer? Myra who?
Hi, I'm Myra Shire, and I'm running to be the next judge of the Cambridge Municipal Court. No matter how you pronounce my last name, most people know me as Myra, a dedicated public servant. Myra, the assistant law director. Myra, a community volunteer with my husband Jeff. If elected judge, I promise that I will serve Guernsey County with honesty and integrity. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 7th.
Vote Myra in November for Municipal Court Judge. Paid for by Myra Shire for Judge.
What is a cooperative? A cooperative like Guernsey Muskingum Electric is your local rural electric provider. The owners are not investors on Wall Street. They are actual members using the electricity. Decisions are made by local directors who know, listen, and care about their neighbors. A cooperative is not driven by profit or stock prices. Instead, they are driven by providing safe, reliable electricity at a reasonable price. That's the cooperative difference. Guernsey Muskingum Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Cambridge Auto Sales would like to wish all the local football teams good luck this football season. Visit Cambridge Auto Sales for reliable vehicles at unbeatable prices. You'll find great selection, top-notch service, and amazing deals at your local Buy Here, Pay Here dealer. Come check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles today. For more information, give them a call, 740-255-5344, or visit their website, cambridge-autosales.com. Go Bobcats!
Hey, Cambridge, your local Dunkin' is hiring. And while everybody knows that America runs on Dunkin', not everyone knows what Dunkin' runs on. We run on incredible crew members, flexible working hours, community spirit, career opportunities, affordable education opportunities, owners that work with you, and a whole lot of other perks. Want to come run with us? Text DONUTSCOLES, that's Donuts Coles, to 85000. America runs on Dunkin', and Dunkin' runs on you. Cambridge Dunkin' is locally owned and operated.
Hi, this is Gabby from People's Bank. I'm here to tell you about People's Bank's new CD special. It is so good, you need to stop by any People's Bank location today and ask your banker to tell you more. Or visit pebo.com. This special will not last long. You must open your account by September 7th. People's Bank. Working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Hey, football fans, Laborers, Local 530 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
I'm not buying till I check Down Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
This is Ed with Cambridge Overhead Door. If you are building a new home or thinking about replacing your existing garage door, we can help. We have many styles and designs that will enhance the curb appeal of your home. Whether you want standard raised panel doors or our elegant accent wood grain doors that come in a variety of colors, stop by our showroom to see all our options. We are located on State Route 22 in Center beside the pantry door in Delhi. Or give us a call at 432-DOOR. That's 432-3667.
Hey, football fans, Laborers, Local 530 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
Myra who?
Hi, I'm Myra Shire, and I'm running to be the next judge of the Cambridge Municipal Court. No matter how you pronounce my last name, most people know me as Myra, a dedicated public servant. Myra, the assistant law director. Myra, a community volunteer with my husband Jeff. If elected judge, I promise that I will serve Guernsey County with honesty and integrity. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 7th.
Vote Myra in November for Municipal Court Judge. Paid for by Myra Shire for Judge.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Cambridge Auto Sales would like to wish all the local football teams good luck this football season. Visit Cambridge Auto Sales for reliable vehicles at unbeatable prices. You'll find great selection, top-notch service, and amazing deals at your local Buy Here, Pay Here dealer. Come check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles today. For more information, give them a call, 740-255-5344, or visit their website, cambridge-autosales.com. Go Bobcats!
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Attention all car seekers, ready to find the perfect new or used car? Look no further than Troy Blair at Dunning Motor Sales, where expert assistance awaits you. Troy Blair is a proud alum of the Meadowbrook Colts. Let him guide you to your dream ride. Troy will ensure you drive away in style with all your questions answered. So don't wait another moment. Visit Dunning Motor Sales today. Experience the difference Troy Blair can make in your car buying journey. You'll be hitting the road in your new vehicle in no time. 740-255-2334.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Wayne Door is Ohio's most complete one-stop shop for residential and commercial garage doors, entry doors, windows, and much more. In fact, the list keeps on growing. Garage doors, entry doors, storm doors, access entry systems, vinyl replacement windows, and stone are just some of the things Wayne Door has to offer. Stop by their Cambridge showroom to see their full lineup of premier products in person and work with their team of experts. Wayne Door also offers 24/7 emergency garage door service, and their service department is second to none. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors. Check them out at waynedoor.com.
Hey, football fans, Laborers. Local 530 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
Greg Motor Sales, located at 2840 South River Road in Zanesville, would like to wish all the local high school athletes good luck with their upcoming season. At Greg Motor Sales, they sell used cars starting at $39.95 and up and have financing options available. If you're looking for your next affordable and reliable car, give Greg Motor Sales a call at 740-454-7060 or visit their website, gregsmotorsales.net.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
Members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative love Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
This is Ed with Cambridge Overhead Door. If you are building a new home or thinking about replacing your existing garage door, we can help. We have many styles and designs that will enhance the curb appeal of your home. Whether you want standard raised panel doors or our elegant accent wood grain doors that come in a variety of colors, stop by our showroom to see all our options. We are located on State Route 22 in Center beside the pantry door in Delhi. Or give us a call at 432-DOOR. That's 432-3667.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Calling all truck drivers. If you're looking for a change, 45 Logistics in Zanesville wants you to join their team. 45 Logistics is a family-owned regional trucking company in Zanesville. Enjoy being home every weekend with no team runs and no hazmat endorsement required. Earn 54 cents per mile, plus health benefits, paid vacation, and safety bonuses. For more information, call 740-647-1430 or online at 45dli.com. Everyone at 45 Logistics wants to wish the local teams good luck this football season. Greg Motor Sales, located at 2840 South River Road in Zanesville, would like to wish all the local high school athletes good luck with their upcoming season. At Greg Motor Sales, they sell used cars starting at $39.95 and up and have financing options available. If you're looking for your next affordable and reliable car, give Greg Motor Sales a call at 740-454-7060 or visit their website, gregsmotorsales.net.
Hey, Cambridge, your local Dunkin' is hiring. And while everybody knows that America runs on Dunkin', not everyone knows what Dunkin' runs on. We run on incredible crew members, flexible working hours, community spirit, career opportunities, affordable education opportunities, owners that work with you, and a whole lot of other perks. Want to come run with us? Text DONUTSCOLES, that's Donuts Coles, to 85000. America runs on Dunkin', and Dunkin' runs on you. Cambridge Dunkin' is locally owned and operated.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
Hi, this is Gabby from People's Bank. I'm here to tell you about People's Bank's new CD special. It is so good, you need to stop by any People's Bank location today and ask your banker to tell you more. Or visit pebo.com. This special will not last long. You must open your account by September 7th. People's Bank. Working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Cambridge Auto Sales would like to wish all the local football teams good luck this football season. Visit Cambridge Auto Sales for reliable vehicles at unbeatable prices. You'll find great selection, top-notch service, and amazing deals at your local Buy Here, Pay Here dealer. Come check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles today. For more information, give them a call, 740-255-5344, or visit their website, cambridge-autosales.com. Go Bobcats!
Welcome back to John Glenn Stadium. We are at halftime here. Halftime score 28-7. John Glenn on top of the Bobcats. You're listening to our halftime report brought to you by Wayne Garage Door. Coach Fury, John Valentine here with your halftime stats and scoring. And taking a look back at the first half scoring, breaks down like this. John Glenn on the board on their first possession of the night, 5:46 of the first period. Kobe Shade, 40-yard pass from Noah Windland. The kick by Nicholas Akis was good, capping a 7-play, 73-yard drive, 7-0. At that point, John Glenn adds another score early second period. This time, Noah Windland with his feet from 9 yards out, capping a 97-yard drive that took 12 plays. The extra point made it 14-0, and John Glenn would extend their lead 21-0 when Reese Metzger would break to the right side of the formation, reverse his field to the left, and go untouched 61 yards to the house, 21-0 with the extra point. The Cats, though, would answer 4:46 of the second period when Garrett Carpenter would find Keaton Kaiser deep down the middle. He would race to the end zone, an 80-yard pass and run play. Just two plays for the Bobcats to cover the distance making it 21-7. But John Glenn would take over the ball with the time left and run the clock out while getting it in the end zone one more time with 10 seconds left on the board. They would, Lincoln Gilcher would find the pay dirt from a yard out, capping the 11-play, 65-yard drive, and making the halftime score 28-7 as Nick Lazakis was perfect in the first half on his extra points. And JV, the Cats showed early tonight the ability to move the ball up and down the field twice in their first two possessions, getting it in the red zone, but both times being shut down on down.
Yeah, and it shows you how important it is to score when you're inside that red zone, man. Yeah. Especially when, look, over the years, Cambridge has been blessed with guys that can kick balls 40 yards for field goals. Cambridge doesn't have that this year. They got some new faces trying to work some guys in, so you can't rely on that long field goal or those kind of things. So when you get inside that 25-30, you're going to have to put points on the board, and especially because you have a little bit of struggles on defense. You're going to give up some points, so you got to be able to push it in the end zone. And, yeah, Cats looked great on those first two possessions. Now, one thing that did change, though, you saw the pressure starting to come a little bit more from those linebackers. Early on, those first couple drives, John Glenn's just dropping everybody, right? And, as a quarterback, for goodness sakes, if you're going to play zone coverage, I'm going to pick you apart all day. And Garrett certainly was doing that, but when they started pressuring him a little bit, and then it made it a little bit more difficult for him. So you feel good going into the locker room at halftime if you're Cambridge, because you can move the ball, number one. And they rushed the ball a little bit too. They had 43 yards, on the ground as well. Garrett Carpenter leads the way with 41 yards. 12 for 22 in the first half. Through the air, 194 yards in that long 79-yard TD to Kaiser. Reed Johnson leads with 4 receptions, 59 yards, and then Kaiser with that 79-yard TD. Kaiser, though, also 108 yards on kickoff returns. So in four returns. Yeah. So he's given them some good field position. On the other hand, John Glenn, you saw their struggles when they came out in that third or fourth possession where they started to put the ball up in the air. No reason to do that, right? But you got to keep teams honest too. I get it. But they had the ball inside the 40 to start that possession, right? So man, just punch it in a little bit there. But they know they can run the ball. I don't think they're doing anything fancy on the offensive end. They're giving it to the running back. He's looking to see what hole opens, and he jumps on it. So Lincoln Gilcher leads the way. 15 carries, 90 yards, and as you mentioned, that last 1-yard plunge he had there for the TD. Metzger, I told you, he's quick, man. He's shifty. He's got 2 carries, 67 yards. Ryder Rock, 7 for 38, and then Noah Winland, 6 for 36. So they've run the ball 30 times for 231 and 3 scores. Pretty efficient on the ground. Through the air, Winland 8 for 10 for 101 yards and a TD. So they haven't relied on the pass, but when they have thrown it, he's been pretty accurate.
And when he's put the ball on the ground, he's run well.
Yep.
At 195 pounds, he's a load back there at quarterback. And the Muskies been able to basically do whatever they wanted to offensively. They're going to start with the ball to start the second half as well. You mentioned the one drive, the only drive that John Glenn did not score on in the first half was the one they had the best field position at the Cambridge 34. And they tried to mix it up a little bit more and throw the ball a little bit. And that's the one part of your game that needs more work. At some point during the game, you have to find time probably to be able to work on that.
You have to do it.
What better time to do it? Leading 28-7 now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out in the second half and maybe work on that a little bit more.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're up 20 with an offense that can put the ball in the end zone really quick like Cambridge can. I mean, one play, 79 yards. You got to have a little bit of a cushion. But, yes, you have to keep defensives honest. And it's not that Noah Winland can't do it. He's 8 for 10, right?
Right.
But as game situation dictates, mix it in every now and then. Don't, throw 4 passes in a row from the opponent's 40-yard line when you got them backed up on their heels.
You're listening to our halftime report brought to you by Wayne Garage Door. I want to thank all of our sponsors who have helped bring you tonight's game on YRP TV or Nash Icon 98.5 107.9. Myers Shire for municipal judge. Cambridge Overhead Door, Troy Blair with Dunny Motor Sales, Laborers Local 530, People's Bank, Valentine Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Greg's Motor Sales, WB Green Insurance, Doan Ford, and Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance. Both teams back on the field. They're getting a little final warm-up in. Do a little stretching at home. Get off the couch, stretch a little bit, or at least go grab another cold drink. We'll be back with the second half of action right after these messages.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
People's Bank's vision is to be the best community bank in America. People's Bank provides local, hometown relationship-based banking with 132 full-service branches for all of your financial needs. As your community bank, People's Bank strives to make our communities a better place to live, work, and play. We would love a chance to earn your business. People's Bank, working together, building success. Member FDIC.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, second half just about to get underway. Bill Kachuri, John Valentine. 28-7, your halftime score. Muskies on top of the Bobcats. And we've been through all the stats here, JV. John Glenn basically doing whatever they want offensively. They've thrown it well. They've run it well. They've been pretty disciplined. Cambridge, on the other hand, has had some issues. Again, struggling to run the ball consistently. They've thrown it pretty well, but they can't get out of their own way with the penalties right now, and that's killing them.
Yeah, 9 penalties, 75 yards, of course, unofficially. But, yeah, we made mention to that last week that it seems that every game they're averaging 8, 9, 10 penalties a game for the last couple of years. And that, in a game like this, when you have to be efficient, in any game it hurts you, but in a game where you can't afford too many mistakes, it really jumps up and bites you, and it did on that on the second possession, was it, when they started to have the penalties. So got to clean that up, no doubt about it.
The Cats elected to take the ball to start tonight's game. We'll kick it off here. Down 3 scores, and against a team that really hasn't shown any ability for you to slow them down at all. John Glenn has run the ball nearly at will. Like you say, 250 yards rushing in the first half. Nearly another 100 passing. And the Cats are going to have to come up with something defensively here to try to get things going.
Yeah, they're getting to that second level pretty quickly. Once that running back breaks that first level, the linebackers are we're going to have to watch to see if the offensive linemen are jumping out to those linebackers at that second level, because that's where your extra yardage is coming from. I mean, 231 yards on 30 carries. Their offense has been pretty efficient here in that first half.
Looks like it'll be Dawson Geese coming on and kicking things off here. Our Valentine Insurance kickoff to get things started the second half.
Back more difficult to see now that the sun has gone down.
Looks like Andrew Glob in the middle.
Or is that just my old eyes coming into play? It looks a little darker, doesn't it? Those new lights.
The lights, and this one kicked away from Glob. He's going to let it bounce and almost over his head. He'll pick it up at about the 8 and up the right side. 10, 15, 20, and across the 20-yard line before he's met with Bobcat defenders out around the 28-yard line. So John Glenn leading 28-7. We'll start the third period here with decent field position at their own 28.
First and 10 Muskies from the 28.
Noah Windland, a good first half, spreading the ball around, finding shade for the score early, and then going underneath and using his legs a little bit. He'll start out here with Gilcher offset to the left side, 2 wideouts each way, and it will be more of Gilcher right up the middle, and he'll weave his way forward out to about the 34-yard line. And that's just kind of been the MO.
Yep. Right where he left off.
Get 4, get 5, and sometimes get 8 or 9. He'll fake it to Gilcher, flip it out in the right flat, and a quick completion to Johnson out in the right flat, and he'll get it just shy of the first down marker. Got about 5, needed 6, and quickly right back to the line of scrimmage. And on the keeper, Winland just barreling his way forward for the first down. And that's just kind of been that. Those 3 plays in a nutshell are what the Muskies have been doing all night long with great success.
And again, nothing fancy. It's line them up, it's smack them in the mouth, and 3 yards, at least 3-4 yards every time.
3 receivers split to the right, but it'll be Gilcher straight ahead, and he'll pop it to the second level, still on his feet in Bobcat territory down near the 42. And Gilcher has not gone down on first contact all night long, and more extra yards after contact on that play. At the Cambridge 41. Play action. Completed again out in the right flat. We have a penalty.
Cambridge had too many men on the field. However,
trying to run a guy off. I guess they did not get there in time.
Well, the head linesman is who blew the whistle, but the line judge on our side is the one that threw the flag. But I don't see a flag on the opposite side.
Regardless, they'll take the 5 yards, make it 1st and 5. Moving it down to the Cambridge 36-yard line. Winland, Gilcher in the backfield, and they'll wind the clock back into play, and here we go. Gilcher offset to the right side, 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation, and a handoff straight ahead. Gilcher will plant a foot, cut back to his right, and just leave a path of defenders in his wake. 3 or 4 white jerseys who diving at him, reaching for him, and this is not a guy you're going to bring down with an arm tackle.
No, and 113 yards on the night, and he's not feeling well. That's why the rotation is between him and Rock today. He's still on the sidelines, not feeling well, so he's getting plenty of breaks tonight as well.
Ryder Rock checks in, 2nd and a yard. He'll take the pitch right side, gets it to the corner, cuts it up. Inside the 30, will have the first down, and dragging defenders for 155 pounds. He runs pretty hard as well. And that'll be another Muskie first down, their 3rd of this drive.
And that goes down actually as a pass because it was forward.
You think he pitched that forward?
He did, and I watched the umpire, I'm sorry.
And he gave that signal.
He did.
That it was
he
forward
punched it forward.
Okay.
That's correct.
That's an easy pass completion.
It sure is.
Yeah, we should have had that back in play when you were a quarterback.
Doubt. I might have had a couple of games.
Couple of backs in the backfield, and again, it's going to be Metzger off the right side. He'll turn this to the corner and get upfield quickly inside the 20, down near the 25. They'll mark him at the Bobcats 14-yard line, and another Cambridge, or check that John Glenn first down.
And you mentioned that on that long touchdown run he had in the first half, how Cambridge kind of took some bad angles. Well, now you see why, because he's so darn quick.
Yeah.
They took some bad angles on that one, too.
He'll stay in the backfield, offset to the left of Winland. Rock to the right side. Officials timeout.
And a helmet.
Got a helmet issue. One of the Bobcat players there.
Yeah, huge change of pace when you're used to the angle that, the other running backs, you can take a different. Man, you try to take that same angle with him, and he is past you.
170-pounder. They say he's 5'9". He looks a little bigger than that, but he is.
Well, he's pretty solid, too.
He's pretty solid. He is fast.
Yes.
He got to the corner that time. It looked like he was just going to run through everybody. And they'll reset the play clock. And here we go. 1st and 10. Handoff. Rock started up the middle, breaks it to the outside right side and to the edge. And I think that play might have been designed to go off tackle left, but Rock had other idea, didn't it?
Yeah, there you go. And it's just great recognition by the running backs. Each one of them have been doing that. They mess around until they see that hole, and then they break hard.
Well, John Glenn's offensive line's been pushing the defense off the ball, so you can fall down and get 2 yards. And it's going to be Windland on the keeper here, and he's going to get a couple and make it 1st and goal. I thought he had enough to move the sticks here, but they have not made any indication, have they?
No, they have not. They're stopping the clock, though. So maybe they're going to measure.
It does look like he's got it inside the 5-yard line. And it had to get inside the 5-yard line, but how far? About as far away from us as it could be.
Yeah, we have no help for any of our viewers. They're going to measure.
And a shout out to the guys on the crew tonight. Director Brett Klein, Mike Mitchell, camera on the field, and Brock Valentine, who's probably zooming in on this one right now to tell us if it's a 1st down or not.
I'm sure he is.
And it is not. They're going to bring the chains over, marking it just shy, so it's going to be 1st down or 4th down. Muskies 9 plays in this drive, starting at their own 28-yard line. And face 4th down. Yeah, the officials now say, well, the downs marker says 3rd. It did say 4th a moment ago.
Yeah, they got some new yardage markers this year. You see how it's electric, how it lights up so everybody can see it. They have just a little button on there. You push it once and it goes to the next down.
You still got to push the right button.
He's got to push it one more time.
Yeah, it is 4th down. It is 4th down. They had me starting to double guess myself. I get enough of that with my age.
No doubt.
Everybody second guesses me. 4th down in inches. We talked about this earlier tonight. Nobody goes under center anymore to run a quarterback sneak, right?
Yeah.
So you got to snap it back 5 yards to run it forward an inch.
Right. Isn't that crazy? But that's the game today.
And a lot of times when teams go under center, they have mistakes.
Yeah, but they're just not used to it.
Don't practice
Absolutely.
it much.
This doesn't happen very often. Well, Coach Edwards is not very happy at the moment. He needs.
No, for a guy that's up 3 scores and going to have maybe another one here, he is.
He's.
And I don't know if he's not happy with his team as much as maybe the.
Well, I don't know why we're stopping play here. We're not ready to go. I'm guessing he's not very happy with the officials.
I think that might be the case, yes.
Knowing that the official was over there letting him yell at him, I'm guessing that's the case.
Yeah. Get it out of your system, Coach, and let's move on, right? Gilcher Windland in the backfield, 4th and inches for the Muskies, ready to get things going here. There'll be a handoff straight ahead. Gilcher, he'll have the 1st down right into the middle of that Bobcat defense. Riley Wilson among those on the stop, so that's the 5th 1st down, 10th play of the drive, and they'll wind that clock now, 8.5 left to go. Gilcher again straight ahead, and not much here. Myers and Quillen for the Bobcats. Cody Quillen once again, he's been in a lot of tackles tonight for the Bobcats. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Muskies quickly back to the line, ready to go again. And again, Gilcher will test the middle of that line, and this time he'll get in. So from a yard out, Gilcher again gets it done.
Yeah, 3 straight plays there to get 4 yards, basically. Why not give it to the guy? That's his 2nd score of the night, 118 yards on the ground after a 2-touchdown performance last week as well.
12 plays, 72 yards. Nicholas Akas again to stay perfect on the night.
It was perfect last week as well.
Gets it down, gets it up, gets it through. 7:57 left here in the third period of play, and John Glenn has extended their lead on a 72-yard drive, 35-7 over the Bobcats. We'll take the quick break, back with more third period action right after this.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
Kaiser, number 8, Eli Edwards.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, Doan Ford scoreboard update, 35-7. John Glenn grinding it out, that drive, eating up clock, eating up yards. Another long drive, resulting in the score. Nicholas Oxon for the Valentine Insurance kickoff. He's kicked several around the 10-yard line and up that sideline or up that hash to Kaiser most of the time, and he's aiming that way again. This is going to drive Kaiser back. He'll let it hit, and it will go out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Similar play we saw earlier on the Muskies sideline.
Yeah, that one kind of bounced a little bit too.
Took a bounce straight up, and he had to look at it 2 times, maybe give it the dirty look to make it go out of bounds.
I mean, normally when you see a ball do that with your pitching wedge, you're pretty excited, right? But Kaiser was sweating it there for a second.
If you were watching any of that golf tournament today, those guys were getting it done. There were guys 15, 16, 17 under par. They made it a shootout today. They made that course play easy.
Yeah.
And 2 more days of playing like that. 16 or 17 under, and they got 2 more rounds to go.
It's wild, isn't it?
Reminds me of playing on Sundays with you.
Yes, for sure.
They didn't even have to go look for balls. Not once. I didn't see anybody look for a ball.
I think those guys are going to be pretty good if they keep practicing.
Bobcats, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Handoff straight ahead. As Carpenter hands it off to Myers.
Blake Myers on the carry. Nick Sanders on tackle. Brings up second.
Pickup of a couple. Cats, 3 receivers bunched to the right side. As Carpenter looking downfield, fires it across the middle and has Ogle just shy of the 45. He'll haul it in, and nice open field tackle. Cam Barnhouse on the tackle. Brought him down just shy of the line of gain. He needed 1 more yard, and as soon as he caught it, went backward. So 3rd and a yard for the Cats. Carpenter back to pass. Fires it again, has a man on the square, and this is Reed Johnson on the left side, and he'll haul it in and have it down at the 40-yard line, and a Bobcat first down. Brought to you by WB Green Insurance Company. Bobcats had 9 first downs in the first half.
1st and 10 from the 40.
From the 40-yard line. 4 receiver set, draw play straight ahead to Myers, and not much action there. That play was pretty successful 4 weeks ago. Tanner Whiteman on the stop there for maybe a gain of a yard, maybe nothing.
It looks like about a half a yard there, but we'll give him 1. That's his 3rd carry for 5 yards for Myers.
Ogle, double coverage to the left side. Carpenter will look back to the right. Plenty of time in the pocket. Now he'll run out to the right side, look down the field, lobs one deep, has a man there, and Edwards, and just over his head at about the 10-yard line. And Carpenter again directing traffic, got Edwards to take it deep, and Edwards just couldn't quite catch up to that one. That might have been 6.
Yeah, tough to throw on the run like that.
He's pretty accurate.
But to get it perfect. I mean, he's been pretty accurate with that so far, so it's hard to get too upset with that throw.
Cats facing 3rd and 9, probably 4 down territory for them here. Down 35-7, 6:04, and a stop clock here in the 3rd period. Three wide to the right, 3rd and long. Carpenter on the quarterback draw. Straight ahead, get to the 35, dives down near the 30, and that's where he needed to be. Quarterback draw that time. That's a play we were looking for earlier tonight, and I think he's going to be about a football shy of it. 4th down, and that far. As the Bobcats check the sideline for the play call here. Normally you'd say, okay, you're going to run the ball for a yard here, but that's something the Cats have not done successfully at times tonight. High snap, quick pass out in the right flat to Kaiser, who hauls it in, has to get something out of it, gets it down to the 30, and is that enough? Maybe by a yard.
Yep, he got her.
He was able to stretch out right at the end, and that was in doubt there for a second,
Sure
but
was.
that's Cambridge's version of a power run play, I guess, right?
It worked.
Flip it out to a wideout, and another WB Green 1st down. Wow. Kaiser had to do a lot of that on his own. As Carpenter will flip it in the gap again to Kaiser, who will head upfield down to about the 20. They'll give him the 17 and move the sticks again. The 3rd 1st down of this drive.
Kaiser's 3rd catch for 90 yards.
1st and 10. 5 wide here. That one tapped at the line, right back into the hands of Carpenter. He'll haul it down and then run it out the left sideline down to about the 15. So something that's been done before, but not very often. The quarterback completing a pass to himself for positive yards. A lot of times those don't end up in positive yards.
Right. A lot of times you'll see the quarterbacks just knock it down. He's the competitor. He's not going to do that.
Got a 2-yard gain out of it. 5 wide look. Looks back to the right side. Fires it on the square. And Reed Johnson at the 5 and into the end zone. From 15 yards out. So Carpenter's 2nd touchdown pass of the night. This one to Reed Johnson.
That's Johnson's 6th catch tonight. Though he's been targeted 10 times, he's got 6 catches for 90 yards.
4:37 left here in the 3rd period. Bobcats come right back down and answer their first possession of the 2nd half. 8-play drive to go 65 yards. Snaps good, holds down, kicks up, and it's good. So the Cats respond with 7 of their own. 4:37 left here the 3rd period. 35-14. John Glenn will be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, football fans, Laborers, Local 530 in Zanesville, Ohio is cheering on all the local high school teams this year. Serving Muskingum, Perry, Noble, and Guernsey counties, Local 530 represents around 400 skilled men and women in the building and construction trades. They work with over 100 signatory contractors, providing committed and experienced laborers for building, heavy highway, and pipeline construction. For more information, give them a call at 740-453-1214. Good luck to all the teams from Laborers Local 530.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, 35-14, your Doane Ford scoreboard update. Bobcats with some adjustments there. You know, if teams are going to double team your best receiver all night long, somebody else has to be open, right?
We mentioned that in the pregame. Somebody else is going to have to step up if they're going to continue to do that. And that's, you know, when you do that and you perform, then guess what? Ogle gets single coverage again, and you go back to him.
Valentine Insurance kickoff. Deese will boom this one deep. Going to be taken by Metzger at the 5-yard line, straight up the middle of the field. 30, 35, and out near the 36-yard line, and the flag comes in. And that's going to be a holding on John Glenn. That'll back them up to start things, but that hasn't been an issue with where they started.
No.
John Glenn has started 5 drives in their own territory and scored every time. They started one drive in the Bobcat end of the field and did not score. So backing them up, they started one drive at their own 3-yard line.
Yeah.
4:29 left to go in the ball game. 3rd period action, I should say. 35-14 John Glenn, and they will start at their own 22-yard line. Winland back to pass, looks left, fires right, has Metzger, who spins away from a couple of tacklers out across the 25 near the 27. I tell you what, just getting the ball in his hands any place is a good idea.
Yep, and that's what they're thinking as well.
Anywhere out there. He'll get about 6, but had everybody sliding to the edge of their seat. 2nd and 4. More Gilcher. Right into a stack of white jerseys. He'll spin for a yard or 2. There's just not many places in there to go, though. 3rd and 2. Bobcats have only stopped John Glenn once tonight. This time it will be Winland off the right side, and they won't stop him here either. Gain of a couple, and that'll move the sticks. 20th first down of the night for John Glenn.
And that's just an easy play call. You know, you got 3rd and short, 2nd and short, whatever that down is, and a couple yards to go with Gilcher as a lead blocker and Winland as a bigger guy and a decent runner. That's an easy call.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark here, the 3rd period. Gilcher starts to the left, cuts back to his right, and he'll dive inside or out beyond the 35 to the 37. Both teams have avoided turnovers to this point tonight. It's been a pretty clean game in that regard. Play action pass out in the right flat again. Winland making the toss. Hauled in. Is that Pennington out there? Ryder Pennington on the catch. There's a Cambridge connection for you, Pennington.
Mm-hmm.
Ryder's dad playing for the Bobcats in the 80s. Or was it the 60s? Yeah, I'm sorry,
Depends
Rich.
on who
I'm
you
sorry,
ask.
Rich. I couldn't help myself. He told me before the game, he said, "You be good." And I said, "I'm always trying to be good. I'm not always good, but always trying." So Ryder with the catch, and again makes it 3rd and short. And you know, if we had the down and distance kind of deal tonight, how many times has Muskie been able to sustain drives on 3rd and shorts and 4th and short tonight?
Yep, and with that running game, really that's how they've been successful with that. Look, and really the passing game that they're throwing out at you, besides that long first touchdown to Shade or in the first quarter.
Underneath.
Yeah, I mean, just, again, 3-4 yards. And if the defense is going to play off of those guys that much, it's just like a run. Now, that's a pretty high percentage pass, and 4 in a row here completed for Winland in the second half.
Winland with Gilcher in the backfield, 3rd and 2. And it will be Gilcher off the right side, stacked up at the line of scrimmage, tried to reach for it. Quillen first hit. Looked like Lashley came in there and got a piece of him, and Gilcher tried to stretch the ball out. And you're almost right on the line.
That's a first down.
And that's... We're going to stop the clock and look at it.
That's a first down.
And again, we got some zebra time here. They're going to bring it out. I'm telling you, they know we're a TV game. So they'll be able to go and review mechanics later on, right?
Oh, you better believe I'm going to review this with some of them.
And they'll stretch it, and it is a first down. Probably by the length of a football. But, you know, if a coach requests a first down and it's that close, do they get the first down, or if they request a measurement?
Yeah, if he requests a first down, no, they don't give him a first down. They request a measurement, yeah, they'll give him that.
Unless it's just obvious.
Yeah.
And that might have been the case there as well.
Could have been, yeah.
1st and 10, John Glenn from their own 44. And another grinded out drive here. Play action, no handoff, and the pass. They got a man down there. As Lane Hall came across.
That's an illegal pass because he passed it to the running back.
I think he flipped it to him.
Yes, he flipped it to him.
There is a flag down in the backfield.
Yep, that's an illegal pass. He didn't hand it to him. He flipped it to him.
So an illegal forward pass has to be the call for
That's correct.
2 forward passes. Make sure you hand that off.
Yep.
So that's the discussion in the press box.
Well, there's
it
no
should be the discussion on the field, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you could clearly see that he tossed it forward.
Yeah. Well, I know that our guy in the truck, Brent Klein, probably has that on replay, and he can certainly show it to you.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly the call.
I wouldn't steer you wrong, BK.
Well, I know you wouldn't. But your eyes are only a little younger than mine.
Yeah.
Your decision making might be better.
Oh boy, I don't know about that.
So the penalty will move the ball back to the 30-yard line. Still first down though.
Muskies brings up 2nd and 20.
Well, you know, John Glenn's thrown the ball pretty well tonight without that razzle-dazzle.
Correct. Well, it was first down. They tried to do something fancy, right?
Yeah. Could have those guys down on the sideline saying, Coach, remember that play we practiced? Remember that play we practiced? Let's run that one.
Right, exactly.
In a weak moment, you might say, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So second down and 25. Wendland back to pass, fires it out in the left flat. That's going to be completed to Shade, works his way up the field for a positive game just shy of the 40-yard line. So they got a little more than half of the penalty yardage back, and we'll bring up third down and about 14.
And Shade's knee was really close to hitting the ground there. Again, had that in the first half.
Go down low to get it. Spread out wide to the left, part of a 3-man group. One receiver to the right, third and long. And the Bobcats enticed into the neutral zone. We'll make it third and not as long. So from 3rd and 14 to 3rd and 9 with a minute 17.
That would be the 11th penalty for Cambridge tonight.
Penalty on the Bobcats brings up 3rd and 10.
So just a little less than 10 yards to go. Wendland, Gilcher off to his left side, 3 wide to his right. Takes the snap, looks that way. Now we'll tuck it, and will he run? He will. 50-yard line, breaks it to the sideline, and Eli Edwards will drag him down shy of the line to gain by about 3 yards. So 4th down decision for the Muskies here, leading 35-14. And without hesitation, they lined up to go for it. From the Bobcat 49, they need to get to the 46.
It looks like Cambridge is offsides here, too. That's going to be a flag.
And it is.
Jeez.
That'll be an easy 5 as one of the Bobcats just got down and his head in the neutral zone.
That's just unreal.
Everybody can see it.
Even we saw that one, right?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Taylor Britton lined up with his head across the neutral zone and an easy first down by penalty. That's the 3rd first down by penalty the Bobcats have given up defensively tonight. And this one allows the Muskies to extend the drive. 18 on the game clock. And it looks like John Glenn's going to let this clock run to the end of the corner. Take us to the 4th with John Glenn on top. 35-14. Stay tuned. 4th quarter action coming up on Nash Icon right after this.
Calling all truck drivers. If you're looking for a change, 45 Logistics in Zanesville wants you to join their team. 45 Logistics is a family-owned regional trucking company in Zanesville. Enjoy being home every weekend with no team runs and no hazmat endorsement required. Earn 54 cents per mile, plus health benefits, paid vacation, and safety bonuses. For more information, call 740-647-1430 or online at 45dli.com. Everyone at 45 Logistics wants to wish the local teams good luck this football season. Attention all car seekers, ready to find the perfect new or used car? Look no further than Troy Blair at Dunning Motor Sales, where expert assistance awaits you. Troy Blair is a proud alum of the Meadowbrook Colts. Let him guide you to your dream ride. Troy will ensure you drive away in style with all your questions answered. So don't wait another moment. Visit Dunning Motor Sales today. Experience the difference Troy Blair can make in your car buying journey. You'll be hitting the road in your new vehicle in no time. 740-255-2334.
Back at John Glenn Stadium, fourth period of action. 35-14, John Glenn on top of the Bobcats. And on the move once again. Third period here. John Glenn added an early touchdown, early third period, and their second possession of the half. Back on the move again, starting at their own 22 to Bobcat 44, where it's 1st and 10. Bobcats a little bit of a gift there once again tonight. Third first down they've given up with a penalty. And the Muskies into their version of the wing tee. Handed off to Ryder Rock, left side, gets to the edge, 40, and diving near the line to gain. You get Rock in there on one side and Metzger on the other, and you got speed to the edge either way.
Yeah. You certainly can't key on one.
Now Gilcher will check in with Metzger. Gilcher to the left, Metzger to the right. Second and a yard. Play action. Flipped out in the left flat and completed. Cannon Fox will haul that one in and get it up for a short gain, but another first down for John Glenn. Their 9th of the second half. Got out of bounds, stopping the clock, 11:24 to go.
The 9th Muskie to make a reception tonight.
Wow, they've spread the ball around,
Sure have.
no doubt. Metzger off the left side, trying to get to the edge, does so, turns it up, down the sideline. Good hook block on the outside. They got the defensive end, and
Sure
he was
did.
pinned.
Oh, you saw that one too?
I saw that one too. I don't know if it was a hold, but he was pinned pretty good.
Yeah, he was.
Nobody came up in support for the Cats. Metzger able to turn the corner and got 9 that time.
Yeah, got to keep that
Second and
outside
a yard.
arm free, right?
Yes, you do.
87 yards on the ground so far for Metzger. And leading the way is Gilcher with 127. Metzger's trying to catch him.
He run out of yardage to get it. It will be Gilcher off the right side here. Metzger leading through, and they just push everybody down the field inside the 15 to the 14, and a late flag came in right in the middle of that action, usually indicating some kind of a personal foul, right?
Oh, yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
I would guess on the white team.
That is exactly what it is.
A little frustration, probably.
Humco Green into the game. So that'll take it inside the 10, mark it at the 6-yard line. First and goal to go. Clock wound into play, 10 and a half, and here we go. John Glenn trying to tack on yet another score. Metzger off the left side to the edge, lowered the shoulder, and not happy he didn't get in. Tackle on the outside for the Bobcats. Didn't get a number there. So the second goal from the 3. Straight ahead. Did he get in? Yeah, he did. Metzger from a couple yards out. Metzger's second score of the night. This one much shorter than the last one he had.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do. So close to the goal line, he
Almost
tripped
fell down,
as soon as he caught the ball. Not used to running straight ahead.
Muskies have added a score in every period now. And the extra point attempt up and good. Nikolazaka stays perfect. And the Muskies extend their lead, 42-14. More high school football on Nash Icon 107.9. Coming up right after this.
Wayne Door is Ohio's most complete one-stop shop for residential and commercial garage doors, entry doors, windows, and much more. In fact, the list keeps on growing. Garage doors, entry doors, storm doors, access entry systems, vinyl replacement windows, and stone are just some of the things Wayne Door has to offer. Stop by their Cambridge showroom to see their full lineup of premier products in person and work with their team of experts. Wayne Door also offers 24/7 emergency garage door service, and their service department is second to none. Wayne Door, more than just garage doors. Check them out at waynedoor.com.
Well, I don't know.
We're back here. We're talking about down the road already, right?
A long way away.
42-14, 9:57 to go. What did I tell you? 14-play, 78-yard drive. Muskies tonight. 73-yard drive, 97-yard drive, 78-yard drive, 74-yard drive, 78-yard drive.
Doesn't matter where they start.
That's going to add up to a lot of yards at the end of the game.
And the one time they were stopped was when they got the ball on Cambridge's 40.
Yeah. I got them for 24 first down. They've scored on 6 of their 7 possessions. We have another Valentine Insurance kickoff coming up from Nikolazakis. Booming it deep. Gets a lot of this one. Drives Kaiser back inside his 5. Hauls it in at the 3. Up to the 10. Trying to get to the middle of the field now. Nothing but maroon jerseys in front of him and nowhere to go. And again, one of those things where you're running lateral. I'm not letting you sit beside the mixer anymore.
No doubt. This thing is too close to me. I apologize, everybody. And I don't have real big hands either, but boy, I keep hitting that microphone.
Yeah, he needed to take that one up the near sideline and just get what he could. But running sideways is a sure sign you're going to get hit a lot. So Kaiser gets the Cats out to the 14-yard line and now down 42-14. They showed a lot of promise in their last drive. They've only touched the ball once this half.
Yeah.
And went 8 plays for a touchdown. Haven't gotten it back quickly. They'll spread the field here, 4 wide to the bottom here. And Carpenter up to pass, breaks out of the pocket up the left side, has a man there, and now head back to the right. Finally throws it late, and he finds the man. He had receivers standing all over the place.
I think it's Kaiser.
And I think Kaiser came down with it. He stole that one away from Ogle.
Yeah.
Just flashed right in front of him. It is completed, and up the field far enough for a first down. Yeah, it is. All the way out to the 28-yard line. Another WB Green first down. And the Bobcats are going to go 5 wide to the right. I've seen a lot of, I think they're drawing these up over in the dirt, right?
Have some fun, why not?
Ogle in motion, they'll flip it out to him. He'll take it in,
there's a
work
nice
it up
hold.
to the 25, and a hold out in front of him. This one's going to come back. When you get wide receivers in space trying to block, that's not always a good thing, and it wasn't there. Guys are asking for.
Yeah, he's still tired after the kickoff return.
I know.
Then he had to run 40 yards around when Carpenter was running for his life.
Damian Shaw will replace him. And the penalty will negate any gain on that play, which was probably about a 9 or 10 yard gain. But move it back. From the spot of the foul becomes about a 7 or 8 yard penalty. So another Cambridge penalty. 5th one on offense tonight as Carpenter goes back to pass, flips it out to Johnson, who hauls it in near the 24. That'll be a short gain. Second down, 14. 2-by-2 receiver set. Edwards in motion to the right. Carpenter back to pass, then looks late. Now we'll run it up the sideline, and he'll have good yardage out across the 30 and bring up a pretty makeable third down. Yeah, tonight we've seen him do that a few times where even last week he didn't want to give up on the pass part of it, but
and it's hard, especially as a young quarterback. Look, we all want to throw the ball deep. We all want to score touchdowns. But you got to recognize what the defense gives you, and if they're going to give you 9 yards on the ground, take it.
3rd and 6. Carpenter into the slot, has his man. Johnson catches it, gets it up the field, makes a couple of guys miss, and Reed Johnson having a pretty good night tonight, showing people that the Cats are not just a one-receiver kind of team, right?
Yeah, 105 yards on 8 catches for Johnson, and a score.
Another WB Green first down for the Bobcats out to the 45. Johnson spread wide to the left. Single coverage over there, but always Ogle that draws the extra guy. Aaron Carpenter down the right sideline. A high pass intended for Ogle that time, was just a little too high for him. He almost made a nice one-handed grab there, but just couldn't time it up just right. And stops the clock. 7:45 to go, 4th period. 42-14 John Glenn. They scored early, they scored often, and Cats have never really been able to cut into that deficit most of the night. 3-by-1, draw play, hand it off in the backfield, and that was blown up in the beginning. Myers, Carpenter turned to look for him, couldn't find him. And there wasn't much there anyway, and that's going to be a loss back near the 40, bringing up 3rd and long.
Yeah, John Glenn brought some pressure there. They brought the linebackers, and the offensive line wasn't ready for that. They just haven't seen that too often tonight.
Yeah, they've we talked in the pregame how teams, you go after a young quarterback with pressure, but they haven't done that tonight, electing to, play coverage, and it's been pretty effective.
Yep.
Carpenter, plenty of time here. Now flushed, works up the right side and throws it late down the field to Ogle, and good coverage down the field that time by Shade. Kobe Shade had him that time tap the ball away late, and it will bring up 4th down. Bobcat offense on the field here, down by a 42-14 score, 7 minutes to go, and we've seen them punt out of this situation once.
Probably
they'll go 5 wide here.
I guess they're not going to punt this.
See the blitz coming off the edge on top there.
Yeah, and there's no help over there.
Barnhouse.
Bring a running back over to help him out a little bit.
Coming off the edge to the top. Carpenter, back to pass, 4-man rush, steps up, fires it deep, has a man there, and over the head of Damian Shaw. Had Shaw breaking deep, but just put a lot on that one, and Carpenter showed a little strength on that throw.
Sure did. 1 foot.
Shaw not able to run underneath it. And the Cats will turn it over on downs for the 3rd time tonight. Muskies will get the short field here with 6:54 to go.
35 pass attempts for Garrett Carpenter tonight. Maybe had 37 last week, I think.
John Glenn takes over at the Bobcat 40-yard line. Their 2nd time tonight they've taken over in Cambridge territory.
Fans, another quick reminder, the spectators are not permitted on the field before, during, or after the game. Thank you.
Devin Ogle coming onto the field, play a little defense.
Yeah.
I don't think the Muskies are going to put the ball up in the air.
Don't imagine so. He's coming up almost into a linebacker position. Backups into the game for the Muskies. Owen Edwards hands it off to Walker Ladd.
Ball carrier.
And he'll work off the left side for 10 and a 1st down. So some fresh jerseys, at least at the skill positions, and maybe on the line as well. Muskie starters' day is done.
Yeah, they put in a lot of work, that's for sure. They need a little break.
Edwards, quarterback, Couple of backs flank him. And again, Hlad to the left side. Bends it inside, then back to the corner. Flags come in here. Probably a hold on that edge. Yep, that is the call. John Glenn would like to get that clock running and just let it run, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from the spot of the foul, move it back about 9 and first down and about 19. Edwards lets the clock run. He'll hand it off on the keeper this time, faking it. Take it around the left side and he'll get a couple out of it. Can't tell he's the coach's son, right? He's looking at the play clock, letting it run down.
Right, exactly.
Knew what to do.
Yep.
Dominic Bates will be the other running back off to the left of Edwards. Flat off to the right. Second down, 15. Edwards going to let that play clock get down under 10. Takes the snap, play action, flips it out in the left flat, completed to Kenan Fox. He'll get a couple before Mail knocks him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 4:58. And bring up third and long. And officials timeout now.
Some more equipment.
Yep. Another helmet snap. And that was always the trick. You know, when you get tired, you went to the official and you said, I can't get my helmet snapped, right?
Yeah.
I need an extra 10 seconds of
That's
air.
correct. You're supposed to send them out now.
Yeah, we're getting a little less assistance here. Third and long. Edward takes the snap. To Hlad off the left side. Hit a couple of times, still on his feet, but finally goes down. Took a bunch of shots that time to get him to the ground. Quillen, Lashley, there for the Bobcats. Cody Quillen, called his name a bunch tonight. He came in after being the leading tackler a week ago. Probably going to be the leading tackler again tonight. 4.5 running clock. Muskies keep the offense on the field here. Fourth and long. Edwards takes a snap, back to pass, fires it down the middle, completed. Pennington with it there, immediately tackled by the Bobcats. Riley Wilson short of the line to make, and the Muskies are going to turn it over on downs. Have not punted the ball all night long. We're going to punt it there either, huh?
No way.
The Bobcats will take over with 4:12 to go. 42-14, John Glenn on top, and they'll see their record go to 2-0. Cats will go to 0-2, and another rivalry game looms a week away for Cambridge on the road at Meadowbrook.
Yeah, next week. First report we got, Meadowbrook taking on Indian Valley tonight. Indian Valley having their way so far with them, which is not a surprise. Indian Valley pretty good this year,
pretty good,
as they were last year. The Cats saw.
Carpenter, 5 wide. Flips it out and has his man, Reed Johnson, again. Reed Johnson having himself a game tonight. Stay tuned to our post-game wrap-up. After the game, we'll have a player of the game brought to you by Plus One of Cambridge, and a couple of linemen we'll recognize tonight too, one from each team. Another WB Green first down for the Bobcats as Carpenter back to pass again. Under pressure. Tried to get away. He'll take an extra hit here, and a flag comes in behind that play. Got to be on the lineman there, right?
Oh, yeah, it was definitely a hold.
Guy's getting tackled back
yes.
there. So another offensive penalty on the Bobcats.
That would be number 15. I'm running out of room to write down the penalties.
Yeah, 8 drives for the Bobcats, and I only have 3 that they did not have a penalty on. So another one here. Carpenter back to pass. Pump fakes it once. A second time. Look deep down the middle. Has a man there. And then a battle for the ball, and it looks like Myers pulled it in, and he did.
Myers.
Down at the 35-yard line. A little underthrown. Clayton Myers, though, came back, battled for it, pulled it down. I'm going to tack on some numbers on the Carpenters game today, right?
Yes, for sure.
Back to the line quickly, 3:16 and counting, back to pass. Carpenter fires this one again to Reed Johnson on that deep square, and inside the 25, Johnson will have it for another WB Green Insurance first down. So 3 plays in the drive, 3 first downs for the Cats. Cambridge continuing to press down the field. On the out route to Johnson this time. He had the defense set up for that one and then just didn't look it in. His only drop I've seen tonight.
Johnson's been targeted 16 times tonight. Has brought in 10 of them.
Three minutes left, 2nd and 10. Carpenter rolling to his left, looks down the field, squares those shoulders, fires it across the middle late, and Kaiser can't haul that one in. That's one of those ones you know you're going to get hit with.
Yeah.
You catch it or not, you're going to get hit.
Yeah, especially if you bobble it, you're definitely getting hit.
Yeah, you're definitely getting hit. You got to bring that thing in the first time.
Catch it, bring it into your body.
You're getting punished
be ready.
either way, right? 3rd and long. 5 wide look here for Carpenter. Off the edge comes a blitz. He'll fire it out late and try to go to Johnson, who slipped and fell as he tried to come back to it, bringing up 4th down. So once again, the Cats between the 20s have moved the ball quite a bit tonight. But once they get into the red zone down there and all those jerseys start backing up, you don't have as big a windows to throw. He'll put Ogle wide to the left by himself, 4 wide to the right, and now Ogle's going to draw a safety over the top, but you bring Metzger over on top of him. That's a pretty good matchup. Now 2 guys again. As Carpenter looks back, they'll throw it that way anyway, and trying to come back to it. There's not enough air under that to allow Ogle to get to the corner, and drops incomplete, and the Cats, for the 4th time tonight, turn it over on downs. And I think 3 of those have been inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah.
We got to find a way to
the first
finish
2
drives.
First 2 drives of the game.
Yeah. Actually attempted a field goal, had a penalty, able to bring the offense back out on the field from the 4-yard line and could not get it in from that spot.
A lot of fresh jerseys for Cambridge now on the defensive end.
So the 22-yard line, John Glenn will take over with 2:39 to go. And you can count on Owen Edwards to watch that clock and let it run down. Steps in, takes the snap, hands it off left side. Timo Borst. He'll dip it in and out.
Borstay on the carry.
Borstay. Timo Borstay.
Timo made a
About
couple
six.
tackles in the JV game the other day, and everybody was pretty excited for him. So this must be maybe an exchange student or
It
somebody that
must
hasn't
be
played
Timo
before,
Borstay,
something
yeah.
like that.
He's back there. They're just telling him, take the ball, go
Yep,
there.
just run that way, son.
Line up here, go there. Got about 6 on that play. 15 on the play clock, 1:58 and counting on the game clock. 42-14 John Glenn. Edward takes a snap. Borstay again off the left side. Head of steam, and we get another yard, maybe 2.
Brings up a third and 2 for the Muskies.
Need a long one here to sustain this drive, down to a minute and a half.
Timo Borstay, a senior running back, DB, 6'1", 190, with the name Timo Borstay. He's got to be an exchange student, do you think?
I would say so. There's accents on his name. and we're saying that correctly only because we heard the PA guy.
Oh,
say
yeah,
it
not
that
because
way.
we knew. Or we were smart enough to figure it out.
12 on the play clock. 3rd and 1. And movement up front. Somebody didn't hold their water that time.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to go against the Muskies. So now 3rd and 6.
Ball start on the Muskies.
Hey, the over-under tonight on cramping was 7, and we're under.
If you made that bet, I haven't seen one. It's
Haven't
way
seen one,
under.
No.
Yeah.
No, Lance was off on his estimation
They
of
drank
7.
a lot of apple juice. Oh, he
Yeah,
wasn't even
They had
close.
the pickle juice on the sideline and the cider.
And he said he was over 7, didn't he?
Yeah.
Boy, he was way off.
On the keeper, Edward. With the fake it up the left sideline, he's going to have the first down, and he'll go down. That's going to get her done. Oh, and Edward, not only with the first down, stayed in bounds, and that'll allow him to run the clock out once they reset. Yeah, the official said, run that clock. Run that clock, guys, and that'll do it. As the clock winds down, we'll bring this one to a close. John Glenn going to move to 2-0 on the season. Bobcats will drop to 0-2. Final score tonight, John Glenn 42 and Cambridge 14. The home opener for the Muskies sees them stay undefeated. Stay tuned. We'll be back with our post-game wrap-up right after these messages.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
I was sitting in my...
Myra who?
Hi, I'm Myra Shire, and I'm running to be the next judge of the Cambridge Municipal Court. No matter how you pronounce my last name, most people know me as Myra, a dedicated public servant. Myra, the assistant law director. Myra, a community volunteer with my husband Jeff. If elected judge, I promise that I will serve Guernsey County with honesty and integrity. I respectfully ask for your vote on November 7th.
Vote Myra in November for Municipal Court Judge. Paid for by Myra Shire for Judge.
What is a cooperative? A cooperative like Guernsey Muskingum Electric is your local rural electric provider. The owners are not investors on Wall Street. They are actual members using the electricity. Decisions are made by local directors who know, listen, and care about their neighbors. A cooperative is not driven by profit or stock prices. Instead, they are driven by providing safe, reliable electricity at a reasonable price. That's the cooperative difference. Guernsey Muskingum Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Cambridge Auto Sales would like to wish all the local football teams good luck this football season. Visit Cambridge Auto Sales for reliable vehicles at unbeatable prices. You'll find great selection, top-notch service, and amazing deals at your local Buy Here, Pay Here dealer. Come check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles today. For more information, give them a call, 740-255-5344, or visit their website, cambridge-autosales.com. Go Bobcats!
Caden Dillon's a senior, yeah. You go with him?
Sure.
I mean, just pull him up.
Hey, Cambridge, your local Dunkin' is hiring. And while everybody knows that America runs on Dunkin', not everyone knows what Dunkin' runs on. We run on incredible crew members, flexible working hours, community spirit, career opportunities, affordable education opportunities, owners that work with you, and a whole lot of other perks. Want to come run with us? Text DONUTSCOLES, that's Donuts Coles, to 85000. America runs on Dunkin', and Dunkin' runs on you. Cambridge Dunkin' is locally owned and operated.
Back at John Glenn High School, wrapping up a Muskie victory tonight, 42-14 over the Bobcats. Muskies got on the board early and often, scoring in every period. Two in the first period. Kobe Shade, 40-yard pass from Noah Winland. That got things started. Second period score, Winland from 9 yards out, taking it himself. Another second period score, Reese Metzger from long range, reversing field on a run, and from 61 yards away, made it 21-0 before the Bobcats got the lid off. Garrett Carpenter, Keaton Kaiser for 80-yard score. As Kaiser outraced everybody to the end zone. It was 21-7 before the Muskies answered with Lincoln Gilcher just before halftime, making it a 28-7 score. John Glenn would add another third period and another fourth period score. Gilcher from a yard out in the third at 35-7. Cats would continue to push the ball down the field, and Carpenter would find Reed Johnson from 15 yards out, making it 35-14, but John Glenn would close it out. Metzger from a couple of yards out. Nicholas Akis would stay perfect on the night with the extra point. Final score 42-14, and John Glenn moved to 2-0 with the home win tonight, and Cambridge 0-2 in another road game facing them a week from tonight at Meadowbrook. And Cats have to find a way to slow teams down. The offense is getting there, but defensively, they haven't found the answer yet. And John Glenn, on the other hand, they were working on all cylinders tonight. The running game was there. They threw the ball effectively. They spread it around. They played good defense. Didn't hurt themselves a lot. Neither team had a turnover tonight, which is amazing as much as the ball was spread around tonight.
Yeah, that was kind of amazing. I mean, especially as many times as the ball went up in the air, that there wasn't any picks. But yeah, I mean, John Glenn, look, man, they've taken it on the chin the last couple years, so they're pretty happy to finally get back to playing their style of ball, and that is, running the ball hard, putting pressure on the other opponent, the quarterback, and getting to him. But they were pretty reserved on the defensive end today because they were only rushing three. And normally they play a 3-4 anyways, but they're only rushing three. But they weren't real aggressive with their linebackers coming and putting pressure on Carpenter. So that's why we had mentioned early he had a little bit more time to be able to pick them apart a little bit. They figured they'll take their chances with that because they were pretty confident they were going to be able to outscore Cambridge and score when they had it on the offensive end, and they did. I mean, 369 yards I have on the ground. That just doesn't seem right. That's crazy. Led by Lincoln Gilcher with 138 yards. And he had 2 scores. Again, he's the workhorse. You knew that coming in. But, man, to give up 369 yards on the ground. And then, look, Noah Winland, especially after last week, man. He threw 3 picks last week, completed less than 50% of his passes, and 3 picks. Tonight, let's flip the switch. 14 of 16 for 135, and that score early in the game, that 40-yard long touchdown play to Shade. He was pretty efficient, and on the ground he had 52 yards on 10 carries and a score.
He threw the ball just enough that you couldn't load the box, because a lot of those passes were to the side. They were lateral passes that meant the defense had to run laterally, and so you couldn't put an extra guy in the box tonight, and Bobcats had to do that, and it was effective. The Gilcher ran well between the tackles. Metzger and Ryder Rock to the outside. You're listening to our post-game report, by the way, brought to you by Troy Blair with Dunning Motor Sales. And in our post-game, we want to do our play of the game. Boy, there were a couple of big ones, and probably the biggest one that got things started for John Glenn. Play of the game brought to you by West 40 Auto Sales. Kobe Shade hauling in that first down pass from Noah Winland from 40 yards out. When the Bobcats were stacking the box, you're expecting a run play, and he yanks the ball out of the gut of Gilcher and throws it down the field, and it was a nice pass, but a real nice reception by Shade. He was able to haul it in about the 5-yard line and get into the end zone. Drive of the game, pick any drive you want for the Muskies tonight. Mine is going to be their 12-play, 97-yard drive, starting with the ball after they had repelled the Bobcats on their own 3-yard line. They drive at 97 yards in 12 plays. Winland takes it the last 9 to pay dirt. And our drive of the game is sponsored by Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company. And then we've got our player of the game and our lineman of the game too. Reed Johnson is our player of the game for Cambridge. Reed tonight, pretty nice night as he was targeted tons of times, hauled in most of them, and an over 100-yard night for him. And a touchdown. Could have had a little bit more late in the game. You could tell he was winded and tired.
Yeah.
As I'm sure most of these guys were. When you're running that come back and let's run another pass route kind of offense, your receivers have to be in really good, really good shape.
And they're playing defense the whole time too. So and they're on the return game. And but that's when you're a senior, that's what happens, right? That's why you put in the work to be able to do that. But yeah, Reed targeted 17 times tonight. Brought in 10 of them, as you mentioned, 130 yards and a score. So yeah, I'm all for him being player of the game.
Yeah, he had a nice job tonight. Teams are trying to take away Ogle, and they did that tonight by they got a guy right up on him, another guy over the top of him. So you're using 2 defenders to try to take a guy away. The Bobcats smartly are going to other guys, and they have other playmakers, and Reed Johnson's showing he can be one of those guys. There were a few drops tonight from a couple guys. I think Reed had one, Kaiser maybe had one, Ogle had one he probably could have caught, but those are things that they can clean up to sustain some drives too.
Yep.
But once again, I'm impressed by the young quarterback who he took some strides tonight in becoming more of a leader on the field. Got guys getting where they need to go, and but the Muskies just showed tonight why they have consistently been a pretty solid team. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. They ran the ball effectively through it when they had to, and they played solid defense and just kept everything in front of them. Kaiser got behind the defense on one play, and that was about it.
Yep, and you could tell that was the game plan coming in. Look, let Carpenter throw it around all they want to. That's okay. When we have the ball, we're going to control the line of scrimmage. We're going to control the clock and score when we have it. We'll take our chances on Cambridge throwing it around. And Garrett Carpenter, 24 of 42 tonight for 337 yards, 2 scores, no picks. As you mentioned, no turnovers at all in this game. So that was, look, he threw it a lot tonight, and 4 incompletions to end the game, right? So some of those were on, just trying to make something happen at the end of the game. But 24 of 42. Kaiser, as you mentioned, 4 catches. He had that long touchdown, 104 yards. So if you can you can spread the ball out a little bit and take the pressure off of Ogle by making defensive shift and cover somebody else. That's exactly what happened. So this is a step in the right direction. It's a loss. Nobody is happy after a loss, but a step in the right direction because Devin Ogle's going to see double coverage all year long. And if he does, now you're proving to teams that there are other weapons. When you can spread the ball around to 6 different receivers and 2 of those receivers crack the 100-yard mark, you're going to make teams are going to have to respect that. And Carpenter has shown that he can spread the ball around and throw it down the field too. He had some long throws today too.
I think something you're going to see more of too. And we saw it once tonight. The Bobcats on their second possession on 4th and goal, they put Ogle in the backfield and they tried to bring him out of the backfield, and Carpenter didn't see him out of his peripheral vision. He swung out of the backfield wide open where he could not be double covered, and no defender went with him.
Yeah.
And Carpenter tried to squeeze it into the end zone. But I think that's something you might see Cambridge a little wrinkle down the road.
Yep.
Use him in motion, bring him out of the backfield, reverse him a little bit so teams can't do that. He's just a weapon that's too valuable to just let him take defenders away from him.
And you have to use him as a decoy too sometimes. Like I said, when he went in motion, I thought that's what they were going to do, decoy him and throw it to the opposite side.
Nobody went with him.
Nobody went with him, but but you have to use your athletes. Obviously, put the ball in their hands, but you got to use them as a decoy once in a while because they need a break as well.
So, week 3 is upon us. Week 2 in the books. John Glenn 2-0. They move on. Bobcats still trying to find one, and they take on the Meadowbrook Colts next week, who are 1-1 after a loss tonight to Indian Valley. That will be a home game for the Colts, one that we will cover on 97.7 WILE. I want to thank all of our guys here on site for getting it done tonight. Brett Klein and company with Valentine and Mitchell hauling cameras around. Those guys can hang in here and tear everything down while you and I hit the road. We've got places to go, people to see.
That's right. We don't get paid the big bucks like they do.
No. Till next week, folks. I'm Bill Kafuri for John Valentine and the crew. Final score once again, John Glenn 42, Cambridge 14. We'll see you next week.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports.